is the Levels Network. I'm Justin Horo, joined by the Triple OG Willie Mason.
What's good?
The bro Lukey Stowe. And I had a light bulb moment yesterday. Let's start with that because it's going to just all combine into a really great afternoon for you and your doggies, mate. But and it's with one of our sponsors too, and it hit me. For the we were there as part of the Bulldogs 30-year anniversary, celebrating the 95 victory against the Manly Seagulls. Yep. And I asked Jason Hetherington a question about DNA, culture, the different eras. And you elaborated a little bit more, and I'll get you to elaborate again. And the one thing that is common when I look at all those teams, you're all different and unique in your own way, and the game has evolved. But there's one thing that the team yesterday proved that you well and truly have, that the 95 team had, and even the teams, the great teams from the 80s, they've all got mongrel. They've all got mongrel in them, don't they, Mace? Like you different skill factors, different looking rosters. You know, even the 2012 and 14 teams that Jammer played in, they had mongrel about them, mate. Like, and that's one thing that stood strong for as long as you've been in the competition. And no matter what coach, what team, what players are there, if you have that trait as a Bulldog, I think it's gonna serve you well.
It's a good chat. That's it was good. It was interesting to hear the Jason Hetherington and even like Sment Gillespie's their take on, you know, you're talking an 80s player in Sment. Then he went to
Manly
over there in the 90s, and then you're talking about me in the 2000s. Then you got Jammer in there in the 2010s. It's like the same common denominator. It's fucking defense and just working hard and having that mongrel in you, like, and just like working for each other from every single era, right? And these guys have got it now. You can see how hard they work in defense. It's fucking highly taxing, but it works.
It's strangling. Like
that's
watching it live.
That's what it is. I was saying to Claire, yes, I said, and even though she's watched a shitload of games, I said, just watch how this team goes about their business and see what you can see compared to what, just say, normal game from when we were playing. She goes, it's the same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
The kick, they're just like getting through the middle wherever they are. They'll channel down there wherever and then kick and then the fucking chase. And then the like non-stop just working their ass, relentless. Yeah. That's the word that comes. And they're the words that you want to be said about you, right? You don't want to name yourself that, right? You don't want to be, you know, when you come, you know, when you're in pre-season, we want to be relentless, we want to be ruthless, but you don't want to say that. You want to be that.
You need outsiders to say it.
Yeah, and that's what people are saying.
Yep.
Fuck, they're relentless. They're ruthless. You know what I mean? They just strangle you. It's like, they're all the words that you want to fucking be, right? You know, and they're that team, right? They're not massive hitters, right? Where you just say dogs of war and all those kind of stuff. They had some proper hitters like fucking Sment Gillespie and like Peter Kelly and all those sort of blokes.
These guys gang tackle.
They anointed us in the 2000s because we had hitters like Roy and Sonny and myself and Mark O'Mealy and Andrew Ryan, Steve Price, you know, like hitters. And these guys just fucking strangle you, right? And just put more numbers in every single tackle and work so well off it. Like it's pretty good to watch. They probably lost their way for, I reckon, 6 or 7 minutes yesterday. Other than that, they were going for an ESPN 30 for 30.
It was a great contest.
They were going for one, weren't they?
Yeah, 21 from 21.
21 from 21. I was like, oh, damn it. They were heading that way.
ESPN Togo. And I tell you what, and that's why it was sort of my light bulb moment, but that's mongrel boots, and that's what they're about as well, right? Yeah. They're Aussie-owned, they're Aussie-made, they've been around forever as well. They're a tough Aussie work boot that are comfy as. They're designed and built for the job, just like your dogs.
Yeah.
You know, you look at them and you can just see that they are built for the Bulldogs' current DNA, current team, and that's why we love mongrel boots. It's easier in mongrels. It's easier when you hunt in a pack defensively, right? Everything
what
about mongrel
boots to sponsor the Bulldogs. What
everything
are you doing
about mongrel boots just is. That's why I was watching it and I was like, you know what? There's something here.
Dogs. There's a mongrel dogs.
Mongrel. There's so much mongrel about them. If you're looking to get a pair of mongrel mongrels, head to mongrelboots.com.au to find your favourite boot and local retailer. Thank you for the Bulldogs for the invite. It's such a special occasion for the club too. Really appreciate that, mate. So
it was a good little thing, wasn't it? The Hello Sports Boys. Good how they collab with clubs these days. You know, like got Levels, myself and yourself and Lukey. You know, Jammer on there hosting because he loves hosting sort of thing. So it's a good mixer because he just hosts and says what the fuck he does. We sit back. Hello Sports Boys, just some comedy relief and just flat out Manly support. One eye, just don't care. You a Manly, former Manly player. It's like playing grand finals in those great games that you were talking. They were showcasing. Yeah. Like you played in those games, man.
Well, I played in the last game, so it was cool to be there as well. I played in the last game that Manly and Bulldogs have played at Allianz Stadium.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Lukey, let's get a touch. You were at the game as a neutral, mate.
I was a neutral.
Parramatta fan.
Get an early touch.
Get an early touch for the bro. What was it like being at a game as a neutral?
It was cool just watching a good game of footy. You don't really get up and cheer for whoever scores. You just appreciate a good game of footy, and it was definitely a good game to go to.
Hectic Fred was loving it.
I was just entertained by big Hectic Fred next to me. It was the best.
You should see Hectic Fred going, fuck it, screaming shit, Bronson, I love you, Bronson. Mate. And he's like fucking, he's up.
He's making his content.
Yeah, he's doing all his content as he's going, and all you can see is Lukey just going. just like his little.
It's good. It's just like being in the kitchen watching how it's all made.
They pan to like a Bulldogs fans, and these two were just going sick. They had the fingers out like that, like this. All these, just good. Get it off those blokes. Mate, they were on fire. The fans they would have been crazy, mate.
Yeah. I thought there would have been more fans there.
So did I. I thought 25 was under.
I thought it would at least get 30.
I thought north of 30.
Easily.
I thought north. I was saying 38. I was way too ambitious, but
it's still a little bit awkward. It's the last game on the Sunday, and trust me, I waited for Uber to try and get home after. It was torture. I ended up just getting a cab.
I went light rail.
Yeah,
I got light rail into Randwick, and then got off.
Should have followed you.
Smart.
I was there for 20 minutes.
I had to take off straight after the our little activation, and I was on Anzac, so I had to duck through. So this was peak hour.
Everyone's coming in.
Ooh, at peak hour. So my timing wasn't good. Duck down, and then everyone is coming along that along the whatever it's called, the esplanade there.
Yep.
Thousands. I'm talking thousands, and I had to duck through that. I'm trying to get over the other side near Anzac.
Yeah.
I just got bombarded as soon as I stopped. It was just there. I was there for about half an hour. But there, for the Uber, even still, there was no one around, and I was still waited 20 minutes. For fucking Uber.
The Uber for me, he did like where you going? He sent the message before he turned up. I'm like, this guy's trying to pull out. So I just cancelled it, just jumped in a cab.
Yeah.
You pay a bit more, but I knew I was getting home at least.
I'd love to catch the light rail.
Yeah, light rail's easy. Yeah. It's so good.
That's a good strategy.
We had a great day. The last week I took the family into the city. We went to we ended up you can what's the French holiday called? Do you remember the
Bastille Day?
Bastille Day.
Bastille.
It was not Bastille Day, but it was Bastille weekend celebrations here. So we just randomly went into the city.
In the Rocks?
Got the light rail. Yeah, went into the Rocks.
Yeah. They go big in there, some of the French joints.
Mate, it's so easy to get around on the light
with the
rail.
metro and the light rail.
Oh, so easy.
Yeah, the metro's grouse.
Like, I hate the city because I hate parking and all that. But we parked up at Kingsford near the South Juniors.
Yeah.
Boom, straight in. Lenny loved it. Like, she's just frothing, just seeing every stop.
If you can go on the metro, you can go right to the front carriage if you time it, and you can look through the window going forward. Lenny would love it.
Metro
I'll have to do that next time. Yeah, Metro
booming.
You know who was booming? Bronson Shire.
Oh, my boy. He was close, right?
Crack it.
All right.
Crack it.
We'll crack it from a boy, Bronx. He was borderline because our boy, Fozzie, right? With that ball, he nearly got it. He fucking nearly got OG Bull of the Week for that one ball the defence and the effort going over to New Zealand, right, and getting the 2 points from a team that was, willing, that was going over there trying to get 2 points off a team that's a top 4 team, and you're coming last. So don't try and tell me that they can't play for Desi. They got something in there.
Okay,
but
we'll get to that later.
We'll get to that later. The kick in the head just got him over the line because kicks did not miss him. That was straight in the head. And Bronson's all about his looks too, and it cracked his nose.
Ciro said that after the game.
He loves his looks. And
I tell you what, if he had the old Hooter, he would have been awesome.
And I was laughing my ass off when he walked off because I love Bronson. His fucking nose is like this, and I was like, oh, he's gonna hate that. Comes back on. He's going up against like Turbo. Turbo's one of the best players. I don't care what position he plays. He's still a top 3 in it.
Yep.
Gets 180 metres, a couple of tries. Defensively was outstanding. Stopped Turbo pretty much in his tracks every time he got the ball.
0 misses.
But just 0 misses. But yeah, the kick in the head from the big Fijian, and it didn't miss.
It was a two-piece as well.
I thought, oh, fucking get up, Bronze. Come on, mate. Trying to get a rest. And I saw the big size 15, fluoro yellow, straight in the melon. I was like, fuck, that would have.
Fluoro yellow as Lukey's hat right
Yeah,
now.
a lot. Yeah, and I just saw that hit him straight in the head, and I went, okay, you got the right to stay down.
Yep.
Gets back up, goes off, comes back on. And that's what got
Seals
him
the game.
Fucking, yeah, he seals the game.
Two big tries.
He does. So he gets the OG Bull of the Week. And I'm not sure how many games he's played.
58.
I don't give a fuck. But he's been around for 8 years.
Yeah.
We know why.
He should have been more.
Yeah, exactly. He should be
north of 100.
should be pushing 200. But and the story that everyone knows his story, but he just keeps on getting better. He keeps on getting better. You know, like he's always been a future rep player. Always. And I wouldn't, if he puts one of these seasons together, you wouldn't look out of place in a blue jersey or a green and gold jersey.
Last year, for him to even just get back and play the level of first grade that he did so quickly was crazy. This year, he's doubled that up. He's been super impressive, backed it up. Bulldogs are up the top. They really missed him last week too.
They did.
He missed a game last week. And Critter said that in the presser. He went up to him straight away. He goes, "We missed you last week. We need a big game. You're going up against Turbo, basically." What a performance!
It is.
What a performance!
It is, man. Like he's
a top tier centre.
Yeah, you remember when he was coming through?
Yeah.
Who the fuck is this kid?
Yeah.
Right? Like he was just getting early ball and skinning blokes, and like he's got, it's hard to come across a specialist left side centre. Like you get the trolls of the left side, left arm, Bradman Best, him. There's not that many out there.
Well, the elite ones can do it both ways. That's why he's getting himself in the Critter and Herbie Farnworth conversation, is because
I reckon we've got probably one of the best centre pairings in the game.
Well, for me, Critter's one, and Bronson Sherry is in the conversation for top 5.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Yeah.
There's not many out there like that.
Yeah. And who knows where he's at next year with. So he's only 24 years old still.
It's unbelievable.
58 games. Like we said, he should be 100.
Yeah, it should be 100
easy.
But
big
done.
performance, especially against Turbo, because Turbo's been really good as well.
Yeah.
And still looked healthy. No excuses. We'll get to that.
Just shut him down. Did a good job. Defensively,
he was
everything.
awesome.
Everything.
All right, I'm going, and I'm going to crack this as well. There we go. No young bucks for me this week.
Nah.
If it calls for it, and there's just too many good OG Bulls, and even though it's far removed now on Thursday night, I couldn't go past the performance of Harry Grant, Baby Goat.
Yeah, jeez.
Harry Grant, 1 try and 2 assists, which is cool, and so many stats that come along with that. But for me, it was Harry watch after Hughes went down. So not only is Hughes down, Money was missing the game to attend his father's funeral, which was, you got to weigh that into everything that's going on with the Storm right now and how they handle that emotionally. No Puppy. He's been a late scratching for a couple of weeks now. The calf, he just can't get it right. So the one remaining member of the spine still out there. 35 minutes ago, down by 2 against the Roosters, and I started watching Harry very closely in the game. So his first attacking set was a kick on the last, which led to a 7-tackle set for the Sydney Roosters. Yeah. His next defensive set, so after, putting you're the remaining spine member left, you put a kick that goes dead, you're the captain. So many people so many other players might sulk and get frustrated with themselves.
Body language, everything that.
All that stuff. So his next defensive set makes 2 or 3 tackles, and on the last, he sprints out of the line for kick pressure on Connor Watson.
Yeah.
And that was a really just, again, another light bulb moment for me watching the game. So there's no error, but it leads to an uncontested, comfortable catch from Xavier Coates. But why is that important, mate? So I want to ask you this question because I want you to get involved.
Yeah.
Why, for me watching that, the reason I find it important.
For Xavier, because first of all, with the kicking and everything like that, and his body language and him be the leader out there, you look to him, you're like, fuck, you could be like whatever. And he's just like, end it.
100%.
Gets over it. And then he makes his he makes it up with his actions, right? He just gets involved.
There
with
we go.
his
There's the
three
assist I'm
tackles,
looking
you know
for.
what I mean?
We didn't plan that out either
No,
because I knew I'd come to
it's
you.
just action based, and you look at your little fucking captain going hard like that. Then everything you just follow suit. He's just got that knack about him.
Well, exactly, Mason. That's why I asked you the question. Every team highlights 1%ers, right? This is a 1%er. And not everyone lives it. In fact, I would excuse Harry for not living it because he is a key player. Yeah. He is the captain. He's going to have to play 80 minutes and he's got a lot of responsibility. Me as a player, I knew my job was to do those little things like kick pressures because I knew that would help the team. Star players, they've got so many other things that they have to worry about. Normally your role players do that. And that's what makes Harry great. That's what makes the Storm great is because that's not the Storm way. The Storm way is if you've got a role and you're in the position to do it, you go and do it. And I remember just thinking to myself, he shoots out of the line, he goes to put pressure on, and he just you can tell he's emptied the tank that set after putting a bad kick in. And you could excuse Harry for just all right, what I need to do now is kick back. I'm probably going to have to create. I'm probably going to have to run more. I'm probably going to have to make sure that I'm constantly communicating with Tyrone Wishart, who is a fill-in half for Munster this week. Grant Anderson's a winger, centre. He's now playing 6. But he doesn't worry about that. No. It's the next fucking job for the Melbourne Storm, and that's what makes them great.
He's a weapon.
It was a proper captain's knock. He goes on to have a couple of really nice try assists off the back of it. But that specific moment, for me, is what makes Harry the best 9 in the game.
Yep. And it's daylight Storm, next.
And it's daylight second.
Yep.
It's daylight second. So what a performance.
Even that feels like about a week ago, doesn't it, that game? Yeah. But I remember that specific sequence because I'm just like, ooh. And then the kick pressure.
Yep.
Then the easy catch. I'm like, fuck. And that's what people like us notice. You're like, wow, because your middles, he makes 3 tackles out of that whole set because he knew he fucked it.
He had to.
7 tackles. He knew, and he's the fittest guy probably in the pack, right?
Yep.
And he's looking at big Stefano and they'll fucking look at him and go, oh, you can't say shit, right?
Well, so if you're in that position when you're Steph, who had one of his best games
he played great.
Steph was awesome. Josh King, he always does that stuff. The Sean Blaws of the world, Ali Katolas.
You just tear in as hard.
That's what makes them great, mate. Yep. Because that's why players go down there and they take their game to a new level because they look at their star players. Yeah. Money always does it. Money always chases hard from marker when he's on an edge, when a back row or a front row is behind him, because that's their job. Yeah. It's next job. And, that really stood out for me. And then you go to watch on and then they obviously get the result, but that specific action. Welcome back to our segment every week brought to you by Athlete. I want to congratulate last week's winners of the Recovery and Performance Pack. They are Dane P, John C, and Jack M. Fozzie, as you know, the new format is in order to, we've got, hi to Uncle Fozzie.
Hello, darling.
So hello to Uncle Fozzie. Go watch your TV. As always, for your chance to win the Recovery and Performance Packs brought to you by Athlete, what you got to do is you got to go on and give it to us in 50 words or less, the performance by a player or team over the weekend. So let's hope that performance by player and team comes from our man, KIERAN FORAN, over in New Zealand at the moment, Fozzie, coming live from the hotel room. Fozzie, how are you? And thanks for joining us again, brother.
I'm going well, thanks, Ozzy. Thanks for having me.
I've got a couple of messages about the Recovery and Performances packs. Jimmy Reed got a pack a couple of weeks ago. Shout out to Athlete. The Performance and Recovery pack is unreal. He plays Sunday Arvo footy, and the pain relief creams and massage gum will definitely make the working week a lot more manageable. This one is from Joey Clark, and this is away from the Recovery packs. Foz is a legend. After our chat a couple of weeks ago, Fozzie, you announced your retirement. So, Foz is a legend. Thank you for your contribution to the Kiwi jersey. What an amazing career. I remember Foz for his tenacity, his toughness, and his smarts. Best of luck in retirement, mate. So, there's a bit of a shout out from Joey. We had about maybe 10 from the last episode, Foz. So, our audience loves you, mate.
Yeah, very grateful, Ozzy.
All right, so I want to start with that. We're a few weeks removed from it now. Has the decision to retire, has it settled in now? Has the dust settled? Or have you not sort of had a chance to reflect on the career as much yet because you're still in footy mode? You've still got about, 7 games to go in the season?
Yeah, for sure. I haven't fully had a chance to reflect on it yet, Hozzy. Based on the fact that there is still 7 games remaining in the season, and I'm fully focused on performing as well as I can, and not letting any of the, I guess, retirement chat, bear a factor on my performance. So I've really shut it out, to be honest with you. I'm just going week to week. Obviously, I know that this will be it at the end of the year. But if anything, that's more motivation for me to just absolutely empty the tank, as I've spoken about previously. So, look, there'll come a time, I'm sure, in my sort of final week of the season where I'll probably get a really good chance to soak it all up and reflect on the career in which I've had. But at the moment, she's all business, mate. I'm just fully honed in on trying to get as many wins as we can to finish the year off strong. And I certainly believe that we can still do that.
What about this one, mate? This one's got to be special. Last one at Go Media Stadium against New Zealand. You wore the black and white jersey many times. Born in New Zealand. We're both born in Auckland. This one must be special, mate. Finishing, having your last game over there.
No, it is, Hoz. You hit the nail on the head. It's been a pretty nostalgic feeling coming back here and knowing that this will be my final game on NZ turf. Where it all began for me. I actually went out to my junior club this afternoon, just to walk around, Ellerslie Eagles, and walk around and see the guys again that, have been involved in the club for many, many years, that were there, when I was a young tucker. So, just it's a special time at the moment, as we touched on. And, knowing that this will be the final game in New Zealand, I'm sure there'll be a bit of added motivation there for me, and plenty of emotion come game time. But, mate, as I said, fully focused on us getting a win. It's not going to be easy. Warriors are flying, but I'm confident we can do it.
All right. I know you're going to hate these questions because in order for you to just pick one, and this is why when we had the chat straight away at SEN, I know this is going to do your head in, but I've got a couple of categories, mate, and you can say, I'm asking for one, but you can throw a few in because you've played with so many great players. What about specifically the toughest player you ever played with?
Oh, yeah, I struggle to go back. Yeah, look, I've played with a few over the course of my career, but the bloke who sits at the top for me is Anthony Watmore.
Wow.
Chalky sits at the top, and there's a few reasons why he sits at the top for me. One is, like, you played with Chalky.
Yeah.
He wasn't a big forward.
No.
So
you two are not too dissimilar in size, you and Chalky.
Yeah, so when people remember Watmore as a forward, he wasn't the biggest of the biggest of forwards, but I tell you, watching what that guy did during a game just blew my mind. Obviously, he was a phenomenal footy player and a great athlete in his own right, in the sense that he had great leg speed, and he could get over the ruck and sort of make line breaks and things like that for a forward. But I think it was just the way in which he put his body through so much pain in order to do his job for the team. And I often say to people, when I was a young bloke and I came into that Manly side, and I watched, the way in which Chock got himself ready for a game of footy, and then what he put his body through, the sort of shape he was in at half time, and then the way he would go back out and produce again in the second half all the way to the end. There were times I just looked at him when he walked off the field and just went, I don't know how he's still standing. I just don't know.
Absolutely no respect for his own body, eh?
Nah. And people would remember. I remember specifically one year where he tore his bicep off the bone.
Yeah.
And
he still had that pad for years after it, didn't he?
Yeah, and I've recently done that. Like, I was sent straight for surgery. I was told you can't really play with this injury. You lose all strength in your arm, and you won't be able to make your tackles and things like that. Chock played through that. like for about 10 weeks. I think he played through that. So
Yeah.
there were injuries I watched him play through that I just thought, I don't know if I've played with anyone else that could play through that sort of pain.
Huge rap.
Yeah.
Yeah, and agree, mate. Yeah, he's right up
Yeah.
there with me too. Too
Yeah.
chalky. All right, what about footy IQ? Like a guy that, not only, saw the game well, but that you learn a lot from him throughout the years and turned you into the best possible version of yourself as well.
Oh, geez, this is a hard one, Hoss. Footy IQ. You know what? I often said in my younger days, Jamie Lyon, but I reckon Turbo would have to sit at number one.
Yeah, Turbs. That's a huge rep for Turbs, and I love it.
I reckon Turbs would have to sit at number one. I think if you're just talking purely footy IQ and the way in which a player understands a game of footy and can adjust and adapt and do all that, I think, mate, Turbo is highly intellectual, not just on the field but off it. But geez, his footy IQ, yeah, he's right up there. Right up
I
there.
seen signs of that early, Foz, but I was only there right at the start. He was only a kid when he was coming through. You could see, I know what you're alluding to, and for some people it might sound strange, considering I reckon a lot of people would assume you would have gone with a half for sure.
Yes. Yeah.
But was it in the second stint that you seen the growth in Turbo?
For
Was
sure.
that him?
Yeah.
Yep.
100%. Yeah. You'd remember him when he was just starting out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like when you had left Manly.
He only played half a dozen games in 15 when I was there.
Yeah. And that's where it's hard. Like I'm trying to obviously weigh up, mate. I've played with some bloody smart footballers across my time, like and so many great halves. Like, Cherry Evans' footy IQ's through the roof. Absolute. But he's so instinctive too. That I don't think Ches has to really analyse or overthink a game of footy because he's nearly the best I've seen at adapting to what's happening in a game of footy.
Yep.
But when you're talking purely footy IQ and sort of preparation leading into a game, and knowing what's coming from the opposition and how they're going to plan for that, I think Turbo, mate, sits right up there. Yep.
I love that answer. Not a lot of people would expect that answer, so I love it. I love it. And the last one, and it could be the same guy, actually. You're down by 4 points with a minute to go on the clock, and you just want to get him the ball because you know he's going to come up with something special for you. Who's that guy? I've got you some doozies, Foz.
Yeah, you got me some crackers here, mate. I tell you what, I'm going to mention the bloke I mentioned before, Cherry Evans. I don't know how many times I've been in a game of footy with that bloke and we've been chasing points. And I know people obviously refer to his field goals.
Yeah, so many match winners field goals.
I think crazy. He's the best in the business late in the game hitting a field goal. But I tell you, he as I touched on earlier, like his instinctive play is through the roof. If you were chasing points too,
you know what I watched back recently too, Foz? Only a couple of years ago since I started doing content. It took me forever to watch the grand final back. 2013. Fuck, he was so good in the grand final, mate.
So good. Yeah, so good. Yeah.
He was so good in the GF, mate.
Well, he got Clive Churchill in a losing team.
Look, I remember it's funny because I remember at the time I got interviewed straight after and they asked me a question. I thought, off the back of the loss, probably the other team deserved it. And then it took me forever to watch it back. When I watched it back, I was like, fuck, holy shit. He was so good, mate.
Yeah. But it's hard, mate. Like, you've put me on the spot because I could rattle off, like Jamie Lyon was as good as I've seen at match winners. Like, with 5 minutes to go, I don't know how many times he came up with a special play, early on in my career and pulled us out of trouble. Gifty, like there was endless players. And then the current guys I'm playing with are pretty bloody good too themselves, So, it's hard to pinpoint, one specific guy. But I guess, if you're asking me to do that, I would say based on my experiences, over the course of my career, I think, Cherry's certainly someone that you'd want, his hands on the ball, with 4 or 5 minutes to go if you're chasing points.
Yeah, I love it, mate. And by the way, I knew it would be tough for you because you played with so many good players, and you're probably like, oh, fuck, I don't want to leave anyone out. But there's some really good names, mate. And what a career, Fozzie. And I'll obviously be rooting for you for the rest of the year.
Thanks,
A guy who's been a huge part of your career, Desi, 500 games as a coach, mate. One of only 6 to do that. He's been a huge part of your journey. He gave you your first jersey. He's going to give you your last. What's your favourite part of being coached by Des during, 3 different stints?
Yeah, it's hard to pinpoint one thing with Des. I've obviously been coached by him over a long time throughout my career, and there's so many, I guess, special attributes that he's got that I really love. But I guess the one that stands out for me, Hoz, is he harbours such a desire to give his absolute all to what he's doing, and for me, that I just don't know how you can't love that in someone when you see, not just the passion and the desire that they have, to want to win, but just the hours and the time that they put into something to get better and to make a team better. It just stands well above anyone else I've ever seen. Like this guy obsesses about rugby league and trying to make his team better. Like, and when I say obsess, I honestly mean it down to that word. Like, you think he goes home after, being in the, at training for 10 hours, 12 hours and would switch off? He wouldn't. He'd be sitting at the dinner table thinking about ways that he could improve the team. By the time he lays down at night, getting ready for bed, he'd be, thinking about how he could improve the team the next day. Like, it is every second of every day. And I just admire it, Hoz, so much. I admire it. So
do you think, probably, like for that part of the work ethic, how much you love the game, having him so early in your journey is 100% molded the person, the player that you are today, right? And
100%, yeah. And I've said it a number of times. Like he shaped me, he molded me in that really early part of my career when I'd, just come into NRL straight out of high school, and mate, I was just hanging off every word he said, and he just had such an instrumental impact on me as a person and as a player, and I just loved his attention to detail and the amount of work he put into his craft. It certainly had an impact on me.
Beautiful, Fozzie. Well, you've had a huge impact on our audience. You continue to do it, mate. We're all rooting for you on the weekend against the Wires. So go and rip in, brother, and we'll chat to you in a couple of weeks, eh?
Fozzie, thanks for having me, mate. Always good.
Yes, Fozzie. I've got a couple of replies that we'll get to as well, Mace. Just a couple of quick ones as well. I'm all aboard on this one too.
Yeah.
With all the grey area around what's happening with the international eligibility, Tabitha 1997 writes this: for me, it's not demanding allegiance, it's asking for clarity. Yeah. Just speak up now and let us know you want to play for us, and that's 100% fine with me. Yeah. I reckon a lot of people are like this. I reckon, and even I'm like this. I would like the decisions, even though start of the year, mate. Like at the start of the year, I don't know if it's any different, Mace, but remember at the start of the year we had to you get a sheet come through, and then for players that have the ability to choose multiple, like I was myself, so I'd have to, I think every second year, definitely, or maybe every year, just tick off Kiwis, and that way, just clarity as for what's going to happen at the end of the year, and people from their country want to get it behind them, and then also the planning for guys like Kevy, who's just about to take over. He still, he wouldn't have a clue until everybody's out. Yeah,
right? Like just say when Payne Haas and Tino, and then whatever their deadline is, then they'll give it, right? So that stuff's Kevy's planning up because you got Tino and Payne Haas. They're two of your props, two of your starting props. Hammer, he could be in there easily, right? Like you want clarity, right? That's I totally agree.
Yeah.
At the start of the year would be nice.
Yeah, fucking oath.
So we don't have to talk about this shit.
Yeah.
Like during Origin, after Origin, it'd be all said and done.
Do you know why we're only talking about it now? Do you know why we're talking about this now? Is because Shamus broke it as Hamaso's looking to make that decision. If we don't, the more we take those conversations out where it's like that is a story, then you'll get this back and forth that is always going to exist with the eligibility rules and the heritage and all that, and it just creates. Look, for media, it's probably a good thing, right? The more people talk about things, that the more papers and the more clicks you get, whatever. But I think if you make your declaration at the start of the year, like I'll give you an example. Someone threw this out to me. This is on the captain's run, and they said, and they were against my, I guess, point around Kiwis and England being able to become eligible as long as they're here from before 12 years old.
Yep.
And a guy on radio said, Scope said, you're the exact reason why we shouldn't allow Kiwis and Poms to play because you grew up in New South Wales and you go for Queensland. Now, we've gone over this before, but in saying that, I am a perfect example is because even though I don't really go for Queensland, I had the opportunity to make and swap that decision as we went through. Yeah. And for me, it was more viable for me to – I was never going to make Kiwis. Like realistically now, like even during the time, I knew I was never going to beat out Sonny, Simon Mannering, Frank Pritchard, Jeremy Smith, Kevin Proctor, Adam Blair. Like we had a stacked back row when I was coming through. It was probably more attainable, and I know it's not that level, but to get a City jersey. Yeah. Like a New South Wales City jersey when all the Origin players very rarely played in those, right? But I was Kiwi, even though I grew up here in Australia. Like that never interested me to play City Country, Origin, or for Australia because I always just deem myself as Kiwi. So I am the example of why it can still work. Just because you open up the eligibility for New Zealand and England doesn't necessarily mean that KIERAN, FORAN, or whoever it may be will want to play Origin. It doesn't confirm that at all. It just gives you the option for guys that have been born here and the ones that stand out that everyone's been using.
Can I add a layer to that for you? How grateful are you for the infrastructure that New South Wales Rugby League provided you to even make first grade?
Yeah.
And that's a big reason why you should be eligible in that context.
Yeah. And so what happened a little bit later on too, I got the opportunity to play in a residence game. But that's a totally different name. Like that's you like I am a New South Wales resident. So even though like I wore that jersey, which is basically your New South Wales Cup team.
Yeah, well, Sonny Bill played New South Wales 17s.
I think so, yeah. So like that is where you are currently playing at that time, and that makes more sense.
No choice.
But I had no ambitions to ever, and even though, you know what, like during that time, the back row was probably the highly contested spot for Kiwis. Yeah. You know, City was definitely way more attainable than ever trying to make making the Kiwis. But even with some of the back row and chopping and changing that they were doing, like,
but your heart never felt
it never
like
interested
that,
me. It never interested
because
me.
You're a Māori boy, like in New Zealand.
What if you had like what the chances that they're going to give now is that you'll be still able to have that pathway? You'd probably still be a New South Wales fan.
Yeah.
That'd be the difference. But it never was even an option for you because you wanted to play for the Kiwis.
No. Yeah, no, sorry. Yeah. So
does that make sense?
Yeah, no. But I was, like, my point is like, even allowing that would still be like, it's cool to have that. And some players will take that option. It just never interested me, right? So that was, that's where, you know.
Like it would never interest guys like Sonny when he came through. Roy Asatasi when he come over. Matt Utai, all these guys that were playing in that system, coming through the SG ball system jersey flag, you get picked in New South Wales 19s, you play.
Yeah.
They played. A few of them played. And then like when you get to making your choice, when you get to first grade, fucking New Zealand all the way.
Yeah.
That's what they wouldn't hesitate. None of them did.
Yeah, back to it.
Sorry, even like guys like Tony Puletua.
Yeah.
Right? Guys, Joe Nullival.
Yeah, it's
all those boys, right?
TP's a good example because he grew up in
here.
Western Sydney. Yeah, similar to me.
100.
Like with Sonny, I don't think they would have qualified because they didn't come over quick enough. So you've got to be over 16, here before 12.
Yeah.
When did Razza come on over?
About the same time.
Okay,
so Raz come in 99. He was about, 17, 18.
So he wouldn't have been eligible as well. Tony Puletua, I know, grew up
TP was out there.
in Western Sydney around St Mary's Way because I played with his younger cousin Junior. So he probably would have been eligible, and who knows what he would have done. Like if he got the opportunity to play for New South Wales, probably might have.
Yeah.
But he's Samoan heritage as well. Like different from I am
100%.
I'm full New Zealand Māori Kiwi. So it was never even in my thought process at all to.
And you mentioned the reporting. It's the first time the reporting has been the NRL looking into this to make a change. So something will come.
They do. I think Billy Slater broke it down.
Yeah, he thought he nailed it.
The best.
Yep.
Where I was watching
Tino.
Heine and a couple of people on Triple M, and like I think it's where you sit. Like Heine's pretty much like it's because of his like how he. That was his opportunities. Play for New South Wales, play for Australia.
Yeah.
Where if you look at a person like me, I'm more open because I could play for.
Yeah, you've got the heritage.
I've got the heritage behind me. Wade Graham was more open to it. So it just depends on where you sit, right? Like Heine's an out and out Aussie.
Yeah.
Played city, played country, played New South Wales, played for Australia. He thinks it should be like that because he did it like that, right? I'm sitting back, played for Tonga, played for Samoa, New Zealand and Australia, right? I had 4 options, but chose Australia.
Yeah,
and New South Wales.
You see it completely different.
Yeah, I see it totally. And so it's all like, it's up to your perception, right?
You know the difference between, so Billy and...
Very subjective.
Yeah, for sure. Like Billy and Heine are 2 great examples, right? They grew up... would Billy... Is Billy Blackwater? Is he North Queensland?
Boy.
Innisfail?
Innisfail.
Like country
Bananas,
Queensland? Yeah, so country Queensland. Heine's country New South Wales.
Robinson boy.
He's a Robinson boy. The difference is Heine hasn't been around camps with young Polynesians and stuff. So Billy's been coaching now with Origin, and he can see the difference between a guy like Tino Fasuamalawi and Josh Papali'i, who he knows rips in for the state and have done that not only for the state but done it for him as a player and a coach, and then proudly represented their heritage. Heine hasn't been in camps like that where he's coach players and go, all right, these guys are 100%
And I totally respect Heine's opinion because at least he has an opinion. You know what I mean? Like when he said that, I said, okay, well, that's Heine's. That's. But then I understand why Heine thinks like that.
But there's a lot of people who think like Heine as well.
Yeah, because they're not like, they don't have the another option, right? Like myself and other guys that are coming through. It's a very multicultural game now that we've got going here, right? He doesn't have the options that Payne Haas or Tino or any of the guys that were born in Australia, just as Australian as Highmarsh, right? But has heritage in the islands. That's the only difference, right? So that's where this whole fucking decision is like, what do you do? Because you can't take that away from these players.
No, it's not. And it's going the other.
It's not. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't. What are they going to do with the NRL? Like, you just got to leave it.
No, it's going to go to New Zealand and England opening up, and that's going to frustrate some people. But
what do you mean? What's it going to do?
So the eligibility rules, I believe, will change at the end of the year because we'll talk about KO weeks is an example. So can you find out, Leaky, when KO weeks arrived? So KO Weeks has declared Kiwis. He's out for Kiwis because he wants to play for...
he played Asquith Magpies growing up, so he was young.
So he's New South Wales. He's declared New South Wales, Australia.
Damn.
Before we go on, let's find out.
I just want to know what you think they're going to do.
No, he did join... he was Asquith Magpies and then joined Manly at 14 years of age. So he must have been young when he was here.
Yeah.
Because there's citation needed from when he arrived.
So, Shamish used Isaiah Katoa and KO Weeks as an example. If they do change the new eligibility rules, those 2 guys would have arrived before 12 years old. I put the picture up the other day with Isaiah Katoa as a youngster. Did you see that picture while you're away?
No.
I did see that, and
Did you see
Suoli's
that?
in it as well.
So when I went to just go down and help out this training session out at Glenmore Park, I had no idea. I always knew Suoli because Joseph was a huge name.
Yeah.
Even like under 9s, he was always the kid.
Yeah.
Didn't realise Izzy was there. So in the team photo, it's it would be under 11s Glenmore Park Brumbies team, and they had Joseph, obviously, Isaiah Katoa.
What?
Izzy was a year younger though. They had that Riley Smith from the hooker from Parramatta. And Luke Hanson, he is the backup sort of half hybrid hooker at the Warriors at the moment.
Warriors,
And they're like, they've won 15.
All in one.
All in one team and under 11s. Crazy, eh? Not even a rep team. That's club local. Anyway.
I want to know what they're going to change it to.
So they're if they do open it up, KO Weeks, Isaiah Katoa can play for New South Wales. And then they could both, if they choose to. I don't think Isaiah will. I think Isaiah will play for Tonga regardless.
Yeah.
But KO Weeks could play for New South Wales because he arrived here early enough and then still play for the Kiwis at the end of the year if he wants to.
And then KP could play Kiwis.
KP could play Kiwis as well.
Victor Radley could play Blues.
Victor Radley could play Blues. AJ Brimson could play Queensland. So there's only about
It's not that many.
half a dozen to maybe a dozen examples of players that can
that's
still.
What I'm saying.
It doesn't change
people
much.
Are acting like there's the whole. There's like 40 players out there. There's probably 5 that you'd really argue about.
Well,
shit!
this is
You want Tino, you want Payne, right? They're the 2 fucking guys. If
No,
I'm
that's
an Aussie. That's just my thing that I'd argue about. I just want those guys playing for Australia.
But that's not the example, mate. The example is Kiwi and New Zealand, right? So that's already that's not even worth arguing. That's not even an argument anymore. Like obviously Australia want to keep those 2, but that's always been the rule. So they can choose to go to Samoa where they want to
change
go.
that one.
The example that everyone uses against it is saying that Jerome Hughes would have beaten out Tom Dearden for the 7th spot. We never would have got to see that performance. No, because Jerome didn't arrive early enough.
Yeah.
So he's not eligible because he wasn't here before 12 years old. Jerome arrived in his mid-teens. So he's an example like Razzo, like Sonny.
Yeah.
He still doesn't qualify. So you don't get those players coming.
And he's in the same boat as you. I don't think he would want to go play for Queensland.
Yeah, who knows?
You know what I mean? Like I think he's New Zealand through and through.
Yeah.
Like I don't think he'd be one of those guys. Like he like 14, 15. He fucking Kiwi through and through.
Are you looking up Hughesy now?
I don't think he'd ever even
I'm still on
contemplate playing Origin.
Yeah.
A guy like that.
Anyway.
What do you want me to look up Jerome Hughes?
Yeah, I'm sure Romy arrived a little bit later on.
Okay, so they're just getting on the English players.
It's England and New Zealand. That's going to be the big change at the end of the year. And
So
that
they're
could
not
allow
really changing.
Yeah, he
So
moved
they're
to
not-
Goldie from Welly 13 or 14 apparently.
So you know who you are.
There you
there.
go. So he wouldn't be eligible. He wouldn't even with the new
12
rules.
Yeah, keep the black and white 12.
Yep.
If you
12 years
benefit
old.
from the New South Wales or Queensland pathways, you should be able to honour your state.
I feel like we go over that.
Feel that as well.
We go over this 3 times a year.
I don't know. And I
Hopefully-
still get confused. I'm
Do you
like,
reckon do you
have we
have a-
changed it yet? It's going to really like dramatically change the game. As I said, there's probably 4 or 5 players that you're like, fuck, like you want him playing for New Zealand or Tonga or like.
And it doesn't even guarantee that
It's
they
not
get
even-
picked either.
One question, just to put a bow in it, going back to your original point with Tino and Payne and Kevy planning, like what's stopping them from making their announcement now?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like,
I don't know.
Why can't they just box it off and we just all move on?
You know what's crazy?
I don't know because it's not. In my eyes, it's not that big a deal because we'll respect whatever you do. Tino, you want to go play for Samoa? Fuck yeah, go do it. You want to play for Australia? Do it because we respect every single culture. I don't think anyone's going to be
Do you
upset
reckon
at Payne Haas.
Do you reckon they're waiting for the off season because that's when the the media scrums and all that die down?
Yeah,
The noise.
Yeah,
The
I think
noise.
I don't think you want to distract your team at the moment and just have it all. And you just want you're thinking, especially after Origin, if you're going to name it in fucking preseason. Like get it over and done with when no one's around, right? So this has probably thrown a bit of a spanner in the works this year when Tino was like,
Well,
you
I
got
get it
asked who you're going to
initially.
play for, Tino. Tino's like, we've heard rumours for a couple of years now that Payne Haas and Tino are going to play. And it's like,
It
that's
makes
big
sense
news.
initially not to, I guess, because they block out all like the Origin haters and stuff about them playing. Now that's done. Let's.
But
I don't
now
know,
you
I
thi-
just,
now you
I
think-
think it'd be
Especially
good.
because Kevy's coach. Like you think he'd have a good relationship with Payne, wouldn't you?
You think?
Wouldn't he?
You fucking hope so. Maybe
Surely can't he ring Payne and go, bro, what are
And
you
I just don't think it's so big a deal anyway. Like with the Australian teams, like, oh yeah, Tino and fucking Payne. Yeah, just slide straight back into the team.
But that's
It's
what
not
all
a
the
big deal.
OGs hate because it should be a big deal.
Yeah, I know.
Like that's
but
what
as
the
we-
layers
as
come
we
from.
Keep talking about it's just it's less than the jersey. More
Reportedly,
and
it's one
more.
of the reasons why Freddie didn't want much to do with the job outside of his 9 commitments. So I can't. That's what I
Yeah.
heard on podcasts, at least.
It's a difficult one.
Kevy's assistants, we're talking about Kevy. Danny Page said Lee Breers was the name that we were thinking of last episode. So,
Legend.
yeah, gun player.
What a legend!
And
One of the
speaking
best
of-
ball players, man.
Well, speaking to Adam Reynolds,
Smart.
when we did the golf segment with the Broncos, he said Lee Breeze was awesome for the team.
Joey's got massive rap.
Creativity. Yeah, Joey
Yeah,
got a
fucking
huge rap
loves
on him. Yeah. The other one is we're talking about Blake Brailey on the last episode. He maybe should have got this deal done before the weekend because that was the toughest watch. But Brett Roberts reckons Brailey is after a 5-year deal. Sharks want 3. Meet halfway at 4. Makes sense.
I heard.
How old is he?
What's your mail?
Kenty had a good take on it,
Yeah?
talking about, so he's saying if he only wants a 3-year deal, that's enough to get him out of the sights of Perth Bears and PNG.
PNG, yeah.
So it's Brailey
good in
going,
PNG.
hey, if you're gonna try and box me out of the market for that,
Yeah.
give me 5 then. Show me that you really care and don't just try and take me out that window where I'm available to sign for them.
Fair.
Fair.
4's just do 4.
Courtesy of
Meet
Kenty
halfway.
Blitz.
Kenny Blitz, shout out to the tree.
Yeah, the tree.
The tree
I
of
don't
wisdom.
know. Yeah, I think how old is Blake Brailey? Is he 27, 28?
26, I think.
5-year deal. He's a hooker.
A lot of people can't say his name.
Blake.
Can't say Blake Brailey.
Blake Brailey.
He said, 26.
Blarko.
So 26. Yeah. Okay. 5 years. Yeah. He wants to take himself out of those options as well.
That's what. So
Yeah,
I respect
he'd
him
be
with
like,
a 5-year
just give
deal.
me 5.
He wants to stay at Cronulla.
Because 3. Yeah. He going from
He's Cronulla junior.
going from the Shire.
He's a junior.
to Port Moresby.
Yeah,
There's not much difference.
Yeah.
You know, like it's just a little bit of a change for you. Tax break's good. I'd love him there, mate. You'd be God.
Yeah, so those were the updates. Those were the replies. All right, you want to talk some footy?
Yeah,
Let's get back into the games. All right, this one is from Matthew Charles. By the way, Matthew Charles is one of our... He's a Chookies fan, and he is... well, I'm considered, to some, a Chookies hater, right? He's a very even keel with his assessment, and he's a big fan of the show, obviously. He's watching... This is his comment, and this is at halftime. So we all know how the movie finishes, right? Watching my Chookies at the moment. Firstly, thank you, Robbo, for starting Spencer Leniu. Finally. Second, early OG of the weekend, Lindsay Collins must be listening to the talk about we got no front rowers for Australia. Well, that first 40, right to the end, he was impactful and solid in defence and attack. What about how good he's in the air?
What does he do?
He's a gun.
Goes over to the SCG and just fucking hangs out with Plugger.
Hey, they must be. So who's their guy that you know the guy?
Nick Davis.
Nick Davis.
Yeah.
Doing some work with them.
Jesus.
Jumping over Teddy and Origins and jumping over.
It's the best. It's some great moments.
Yeah.
Speaking of AFL greats, quickly, being with Brownie in Vegas and the big fella, just hearing them just go back and forth on stories. I'm just sitting in the
What a
moment, in the
legend.
middle,
Oh,
sipping on my
Jonathan
vodka
Jonathan
soda.
Brown.
It was
Yeah.
great.
Three premierships in a row.
Yes.
Yeah, the Lions. Yeah.
Outstanding human.
Thirdly, sorry to Sandon Smith for the head knock, but for me, I love that it gives Docker Clay more minutes. I want him at the Roosters, but I would cheer him on at any other club if it meant more minutes at another club. Shout out to my boy, family friend, Docker Clay. He's had a...
Is that it the hard way?
He's had a long journey,
Yeah.
and he's getting consistent minutes, and he's becoming a Mr. Fix-It for him there, and got to try it then, which we'll talk about in a bit, but maybe shouldn't have. Anyways, it's half time, and hope my guys hold strong. That Jerome Hughes is an animal. This is 5 minutes before the injury. Great player, and fuck you too, Harry. Laugh out loud.
What they reckon his MRI come back okay?
Yeah,
Jerome Hughes.
So similar to Jerome Luai of 2023 fame.
Right, he can get back.
He can get back and play. We just seen it with Hamole.
So he's done, isn't he?
He's done. Sieb says there is a high chance. He said there's a 90% chance that you can re-aggravate it, but they took a calculated risk.
He looked all right. It's
and
just like
Mo was
it's
a
that
part of it.
angle, man. It's
Mo
that
was a
angle.
part of it, yeah.
Like kick out is made out of steel. You just got to have perfect tackle tech on him. If your arm's a little bit loose, you know, it happens.
Yeah.
Like,
So
you know what I mean? I reckon if that was anyone else, he probably goes through him. You know what I mean? But just Kikau's legs and hips are just so strong, just bent straight back like that.
Yeah.
Because he looked all right. He didn't look like he was shirking it at all or not going at 100%. So he looked pretty good.
Yeah.
Just that little
Panthers
separation, man.
Yeah. So the Panthers have been through it a couple of times. Nath had it last year as well, remember? And he talked about with the recovery and the medical teams, and they can build back up the strength. Obviously, Nath still had to have surgery at the end of the year, remember?
Yeah.
But he said in this day and age, you can deal with it, and it's just a matter about the attention to detail that you put in your recovery.
Yep.
So Jerome Luai went through it, but remember?
He didn't have that many.
He played one preliminary final, and he only lasted 50 minutes in the grand final.
But how long was his break? So just say we've got 6 weeks to the end of the year.
Yep.
Let's just say Jerome Hughes has, 4 of those out. It's a 4 to 6 week injury, right?
Yeah, potentially, yeah, depending on when they come back. So I think for Melbourne Storm...
Romy didn't have fuck all like Jerome.
No. So Romy did it in the second last game of the season against Melbourne.
Yeah.
And then he come back in the prelim. So that was like 5 or 6 weeks.
Okay.
So I reckon if I'm Melbourne, you're trying to front load everything into the back end of the season, try to get through week 1 of the finals and get the week off, potentially bring him back for a prelim. If they lose for whatever reason, then he plays all the elimination finals.
100%. That'll be 8 weeks.
Yeah.
More than enough. And I'm pretty sure he's a tough little fella down there as well. But he doesn't play the game soft, Jerome Hughes. He puts his body in front, he whacks everything. So it's like you're gonna have to protect him a bit because he's one of those 3 men who really dictates line speed and gets up, shuts things down. He's always doing those tackles. You know what I mean?
He's a really smart defender.
Fucking smart, yeah. And I think with shoulder injury, sometimes when I've had a shoulder injury, it makes your tackle tech.
Have you had a dislocation before?
No, just
AC.
Yeah, just shit.
AC.
Yeah, it makes your tackle tech a lot.
Concentrate.
Yeah. It's like, I don't want my arm out here because that's where it fucking hurts.
Yeah.
So you have your arms tucked right in, so you got your footwork a lot better, and you have better contact.
I'll give you an example.
Do you know what I mean? It's just like it goes out a little bit of AC, and just like you just need to keep it in tight.
So in under 20s, I've fractured my sternum, fucked up my sternum really bad. And I missed about 3 or 4 weeks, and I re-aggravated and had to come back. Anyway, because my sternum was so bad, I was always a chest tackler. Like I'm bigger, so the way I would make tackles, people would run into me, chest them up, ball and all, sort of like Campbell Graham does it really well, but he's also had the same problems, right? So I had that as a youngster, and then I did some work with Jimmy Dimmick was our coach, and he goes, you tackle chest up all the time. You need to start using your shoulders. I had to really concentrate and learn how to tackle with my shoulders. And I'd be tackling and doing training sessions. I go, fuck, your shoulders get sore when you use them. I was just a chest tackler.
Chesty.
Unless someone lined you up and ran straight at you, right? Because then you can set yourself, dip your lower, like these skinny little pins, and get some shoulder into them. Otherwise, everything I was always moving, had to stay up high a lot of time.
Especially
chest
on an edge as well.
Yeah. Wrestle. So it does, mate. When you get an injury, it makes you focus on technique a lot more.
Especially shoulders, right? So all these shoulder injuries that we've seen Hamole do and we saw Jerome Hughes do, where was it? They're out there, right? Apart from Totola, who unfortunately just on the trail looked so bad. The poor bug.
Yeah, Totola
that's a.
Totola's is similar to Jerome Luai's. Okay. That's how Jerome did it. Remember, trying to score a try a couple of years ago in the Melbourne game, and then
that looked bad. Poor bugger. He had probably one of his best games too.
Had someone ask a question. I don't know if it was last week. It might have been when you were away about how been doing with the radio gigs and doing a few more. How I managed to watch games. So
yes,
you were messaging. You were all over the games over the weekend. Watching, one thing I've been doing a lot recently is because I go to bed a lot earlier. I'll watch 100% the first half, and depending if the game's like really in a good flow, then I'll go and watch it. But not always the case. Like this one, right? It was a really good game, but I was so tired. Getting up and watching the second half on Friday morning. So you wake up in the morning, you go on socials, you see the score, you're like, oh fuck, Storm, and you're like, fuck, Hughesy went down. And then you see it all play out.
Yeah.
It's such a fun way to watch the game. If you're a neutral, like if you don't care about the result, you don't have an investment on it responsibly. you know, you get up and you watch the game and like, how do they pull this off? So I'm watching it, right? So I get up and you know, like I said, I'm on Harry watch from that point on. Like, what does Harry do in the game? And that's why I'm so zoned in on the kick pressure thing. But then Lindsay Collins scores straight after Jerome goes down, and they go from a 2-point lead and extend, and you're like, fuck. Remember the game last year which stood out when I did this the same way was the Panthers and Eels game. Yeah. Remember when Nath come back in the last 10 minutes and scored like 3 tries?
Yeah, on that right edge.
Fuck. So
that was bad.
If you don't care about the result, seeing the result and being able to watch the game back, it can be fun because this game was a real fun game to go and seeing how they see how it all played out, mate. 60 minutes in, and this is they were both at 90%. This was a really high quality game. This was a finals type game.
The Roosters top 8 team?
I think they'll just miss out.
Yeah?
I think they'll just miss out.
Just say if they finish 8th, right? I mean, it'd be a hard team to beat in that first semi.
Oh, yeah. They're ahead of schedule.
Because they're like, yeah, exactly.
They're ahead of schedule.
Right?
They're ahead of schedule.
They were all right. They were good. Like to go head to head with the Storm and be like, go toe to toe with these guys, knowing that they've got a couple of key players out. Yeah. It's still a good effort.
Yeah, for sure.
Still a massive effort.
For sure.
Teddy was outstanding. A lot of their players were good. Their main players are playing good. That's what you need.
Yeah.
You know, like you need Teddy, you need Collins, you need Spencer to be your main guys, right? Yeah. You can't have them being anything less than that.
Yeah, just with the main thing out of this game, and it was so long ago now. This is the perfect example for what I've been saying now for a while. The inconsistencies from this call, which was a clear for everyone to see. I don't know how Chris Butler missed it. Teddy being offside for the Docker Clay try, and then the next night Ashley Klein ruling Walshy offside.
Yeah,
that is why we need consistency, and I'm sick of the ref bashing stuff, and I've sort of been doing it for a while now. And
but when you see it, when it's clear cut like that,
when it's black and white on a Thursday to Friday night with an example of
free to air, everyone's watching it.
They're the two most senior officials, and they have different views on the offside rule. That's why I have been saying for a while to get it as consistent as possible, to take that out of the realm of possibilities and have only 2 bunker officials. Because we'll fast forward Sunday, and I'll just give everyone a heads up because we're at the games yesterday. Mace's watched the Canberra Raiders game. Grant Atkins had a few 50-50 decisions that I want to go back and watch the game properly before I have an assessment on it.
Rules.
I only watched it on the KO Mini. But the inconsistencies between Ashley Klein to Butler to Atkins as the weekend goes on is just
they're trying to one-up each other and trying to get a little bit too cheeky for the game and go, okay, because that block play at the Canberra game, which we'll go through, like he clearly ran on his outside shoulder, but didn't touch him, right? Mm-hmm. So he goes, he just sort of, I don't know what his excuse was, but like the fucking rules are, you got to run on inside shoulders. That's it.
Yep.
And don't touch him, even though he ran on his out and didn't really impede him. I'm like, I fucking get it. I'm all for that. I would award it too. But don't come up with these rules and penalise everybody all the time. And then going back to the start with the kicks, do you reckon because Teddy was offside with that first one, right, on the Thursday night, they all have a chat and go, fucking, be on point the next night. Yeah. And then it fucking ruins the Broncos, right?
Yeah, the WhatsApp
That's what happens. They run a WhatsApp chat and just go, fucking, let's get our shit together, boys.
So you asked the question, are they trying to one-up or trying to compete with each other?
Yeah.
Mate, I'll give you 2. As simple as this. Me and you were on the way in, we were talking about the game, we were watching that, and we were talking on that decision. Me and you had a different opinion on the obstruction rule.
Yeah.
It's because we're different.
Yeah.
So if you stay and you do all the games, even though there might be people might question your decision making for those games, at least the consistency of you across all the games would get more consistency. Right. Whereas if you go to me, even though we both watch the games as much, we think alike in so many different ways. I'm sure, like the video referee officials do, they had different. You get different results.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I was watching that game. Yes, I'm like, they're 2 no tries. Like if you go to the fucking rule book and what you've been ruling on for the last
and I was happy with it
2 or 3 years, but I was like that as well. I'm like, I sort of want to see those plays go
but
through.
But your gut feeling is no try.
Yeah, because of the way you should make the effort, right? The guy didn't even try and make an effort just because that guy was in his road.
Yeah.
So I could see where the ref was coming from. I'm like, just fucking just stand there and
But that's the point. That's the point. You probably at your first what's the word?
My first reaction is
first reaction is to be no try.
Yeah.
See, I was happy with it
because of the way that they've been officiating it for the last couple of years.
But that's not the point.
Yeah,
like the point doesn't it's not because this, it's not because that. Like the point is. You thought like that was your initial reaction. Mine is different.
Yeah.
Whereas if you continually do the same games, that's my point.
Yeah.
Then it doesn't matter about the rule. It doesn't matter if it's offside. It doesn't matter if it's obstruction.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if it's a fucking one-on-one rake or whatever it may be. You were going to adjudicate it. You'd think.
So this is Atkins.
Way more consistently. It's not Atkins.
No. Who was the guy that was in that Canberra game?
It was Atkins.
Yeah, it was Atkins. Yeah. So like he was consistent with most things. I'm just like, okay,
to the way that he views the game. That's you know what I mean.
Yeah, I understand, but I'm just like, okay, well, does he do that every week?
Yeah, he does it every week to the way that he views it. But then the next game, Ashley Klein will get in the bunker. And
not fucking just have it his way. Like,
because so Hoz's point is, if
I get it.
the whole time,
stupid.
Yeah,
it's the same.
If you just leave Grant Atkins or Ashley Klein or Chris Butler or whoever it is, and they do at least 4 games, and then the other bunker officials do the other 4 games, you'd get more consistency.
Yep.
That's the main point with it. Back to your point about the Roosters, and I wrote this down, Mace, as well. Very similar, where it's like. Some favourable calls, that went their way, but I think they're really set up well for next year. So Reece Robson's arriving. Apparently, Ches is going to be announced only when the. Okay. So I don't know if these reports are true because he keeps a lot of stuff in house, but it looks as though he's going to be a Rooster next year. But it's not until both teams are eliminated.
Interesting.
That's for whatever reason something that they've come up with. The slow start cost them the start of the finals.
Just announce it. Like, what's the difference?
He doesn't want to throw Manly off, man. I mean, not probably just disrespect Manly and do it now.
I don't know, but the thing is, like,
done.
Who knows? Like, I don't even know if it's. You don't even know with him whether it's with factual because
he kicked a couple of 40-20s at Allianz yesterday, they can look forward to that.
He doesn't know the pitch roll.
He knows the pitch roll.
That's a great kick, wasn't it?
But I think going back to them, the start of the year they started so I think they only won 1 game out of their first 8. I agree with you, Mace. I will be having a responsible investment on the Roosters and Dolphins next year.
Yeah.
I think those 2 teams are teams that
nearly have a dead crack at it.
They're ascending. Yeah. They're ascending. They're going to be...
Good shout with the Dolphins too.
They might just miss out this year, but then...
I think Roosters or Dolphins will get that 8 spot.
Yeah, you think so?
Be nice.
Over Sharks and them?
Sharks, yeah. Jeez, if they play like they fucking did on the weekend, they are...
It's still so close.
It is. So that's why these games, they're tough to get through, some of them, but they're so exciting. There's so much meaning for all these games, right?
Yes.
1 to 17,
Times don't want to get the fucking spoon. Neither does Para, hence why they had 2 of the best wins of their whole year. Go over to New Zealand, beat the fucking Warriors, and go up to Brisbane and take on the Bronx full strength and take care of them.
Literally, if you're Cowboys in 11th and you have 3 rough weeks, you could be in Spoon Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also, look to the Cowboys' draw. They got Sharks. If they beat Cronulla, they've got a really good draw after the Sharks. They could be the sneaky team that can go on a run.
Sneak up there. Yeah, but there's no points in between it. There's 1 win. There's 2 wins between not being in the 8 and being in the 8.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Really good season. Right? Really good season. Hey, speaking of close as well, what about Daniel Tupou? I think the footy gods... Tupou never drops balls like that. The footy gods...
Never!
The footy gods took care of that Daniel Tupou try because Zach Docker-Clay never should have got that try off the Teddy offside. But in saying that, Tupou is 5th all-time on the scorers list now. He
slept on, man.
He's got 1 more year left. Pretty confident he'll go to clear 2nd by the end of his career.
Yeah.
He will surpass Ken Irvine as well.
He's got Billy next. I think he's got Bill. Bill's 3rd, I think.
Bill and Beaver? Is it Bill and Beaver?
Bill and Beaver. I think he'll get those in the next couple of years.
Yeah. And the part that I love this week as well, you know, you're away last week, but my frustrations were they put up a kick for him, he comes down with it, he does it again, and they went back and tried it a few more times. I hate it when teams go away from doing something that works for him.
He's so good at it. Him and Nwanga.
Yeah, let's talk about him. Nwanga Nitawase, he's becoming a real problem for him, man. Like you can tell he's been working hard on his kick receptions because they targeted him heavily.
Yeah.
I think there was maybe only one that he sort of had a bit of a it was a contested catch and didn't come down with it. I feel like his timing's a lot better.
Way better.
And you can tell, they've been putting a whole heap of work in it. But at the back end of the game, when they needed points or they needed someone to come up, it's like they're shifting to him.
Just do something.
Yeah. Like that's how he's progressed so much.
He's got that about him because you have a look, you know, if you got him and you got Toya over that side and you like wherever he fits, like I don't care what wing or wherever he is or centers, he's only going to get better. Right?
Yep.
He's a big, strong, athletic human with a footy brain, right?
Yeah.
And a skill set which is unmatched. So him one-on-one, like just say even if it's 2-on-2 in a 10-meter box, he's getting it. But he's going to get you as a centre and somehow get an offload on the inside or outside.
He can take
that's how he's built.
He can take you inside, he can take you outside, he can run over you.
Yeah, so the winger just needs to hold the pine or do whatever, but he'll get a job done for you. Like he's just got that skill set. He can just beat a person one-on-one. And he's so big and strong too. So I love the transition, him even having the balls to come over to rugby league, right? Know that he's going to have to fix his game up. And I knew, like, there's a couple of games when bombs are getting put up. He missed a couple. I think it was against the Dogs. And, you know,
start of the year.
You know, had that game where he scored that incredible try.
It was the Dogs game.
Incredible try.
He put 3 down, didn't he?
Then it put a couple of down.
Yeah.
I don't think he's put clean bombs down since then. Maybe a couple. Yeah. Maybe, but he rarely drops the ball these days.
No.
Because his timing is a lot better. And he's fit into the game so good. He's so good to watch. He's box office.
Yeah, he's really fun to watch. He is. Cowboys are fun to watch. 38 points, defeating the Dragons 32. In a must-win game for both teams. Both these teams needed to win the game, otherwise they're going to be eliminated. Yeah. Dragons are now eliminated. Home ground advantage is probably why I went the Cowboys, but also I flipped the coin and went the best player in the game. Tommy did 2 tries, 1 assist, 181 metres and 37 tackles. Some of the try savers he come up with as well.
He's the best player in the comp at the moment. At the moment, right now, you go, who's the best player? It's him. What he just did in Origin and his last couple of weeks. Just the Cowboys here, this game here. If he doesn't play, they lose.
Yeah.
That's how important he is. Like you look at the halves, right? Like just say with the Dragons and then you look at the Cowboys. Like he's clearly like if you want, this is exactly how you want your half to play Dearden.
Yeah.
And then you look at Flanagan and the other kid and you're just like, fuck, that is just light years away from Dearden. What he does, how he digs into the line, his kicking game, his defense. He puts so much pressure on the line and in the middle. That's what I say about guys like Flanagan who don't really test the middles out. He just goes across the line, easy ball, and the defense just moves.
Yeah.
Like where Dearden goes in there, he digs in, like, right? And he comes at there and he either hits short, he goes out the back, or he fucking runs himself.
His mentality is run first, right?
Yeah, and when he runs himself, it's nearly a line break all the time, but he tests you out all the time.
And if they collapse the line, then he's got the ability to play short.
He's playing at a ridiculous level at the moment.
They've got so much potential in the back line. I think Purdue has already proved that he is a player for him. I think he's going to be a problem. Yeah. I don't know what his best position is. He's probably looks better when he's out in the centres. But you throw in Kentucky Derby. Zach Labert had a couple of nice touches. Even that Tom Duffy started slow at the start of the year.
Labert's been good.
Yeah,
big body.
And I think since Clifford got injured, it's a different Duffy because I think with Clifford sitting there in Queensland Cup for a young guy, they've got high expectations for him. Now that he is the one coming in for Clifford, I think it's completely changed the mindset for him. And they also named Tommy at 7 and just flipped the jersey and put him at 6.
Yeah.
I don't know. Young playmakers, maybe that helps him out a little bit.
What are your thoughts on the Labor try? I'm just thinking back then. Remember when he just come off a simple cross play, but Gutho was in the line. This is my discrepancy with the fucking fullbacks in the line, 20 or 30 metres out. He just comes up and then shifts straight back, and that was the hole that Labor ran into. You know what I mean? I was just like, it's only because I was about 25 metres out.
Yep.
Probably about that. Where he stays as a, like ghost A, I think, and then he runs out.
I didn't see Gutho on the line.
Gutho was in the line.
I'll get it up.
And I was just like, fuck. And that put pressure on the market, put pressure on DeBellum.
I thought it was just a bad miss from Cameron DeBellum.
No, because he was there and then he disappears. And then Labour just runs into that hole.
Oh, gotcha. You're right.
Yeah, see?
That's why they're confused at each other.
Yeah. See?
Soft A.
Hey.
Well, I didn't see that originally. I was calling the game. Yeah, good shout. No wonder they were so confused.
They were confused because he was there and then he fucks off straight away.
Yeah. Because DeBellum looks back at DeBellum and go, where were you? Yeah, good point.
Yeah,
good
I was looking at that going, I don't mind it near the line.
Yep.
Fucking 20 out. Get away from him.
Yeah.
Get away. Be
Fair
back
shout.
there and get back because you can handle that shit.
Yep, fair shout.
Yeah.
Fair shout.
That frustrated me just as a middle because like I knew the frustration where Clem was just like, fuck, and DeBellum like, what happened?
Yeah.
Because he was there and then he's gone.
Got to cover the space.
Yeah.
Got to cover the space.
That sucked.
For the Dragons, we'll talk about the halves. My note was with the halves. Let's start with halves because you talked about it already. You've got King Tongia, who creates almost anything exciting for him, right? He's the one who comes up with a couple of try assists, whether it's a kick, whether it's a pass. He has the shape. But his defense is really bad, mate. And then as a coach, what would you prefer? Like if you're looking at King Tongia, you know he's a work in progress. He's only 19 years old. Would you rather like – Flanagan's probably not the best example because he's opposite where he's fairly good defensively, but he doesn't offer much in attack. Like he's just more of your game managing. But as a youngster coming into the grades, would you rather a guy that's just got a bit of mongrel about him, make sure he defends strong, or what's easier to coach? You reckon? Because they need King Tongia. He's the one who, like I said, he's got more ability than anyone there. Even Lockie Ilias, who's not playing at the moment. But fuck, mate, he
just needs to fix his defense up. You got to work on that every fucking week. Yeah. You know that. Like when you're back rower or in the middle or wherever, we're non-stop working on tackle tech, are we? Yeah. Non-stop. Middles are non-stop working on it. You're doing left on rights at a high speed games, but he needs to be in there. No misses at training.
If people run at him, he's sweet. It's just like when they throw any shape at him. Like he was on the set, both tries, both did in line breaks. He's just backing up when the defensive line's moving forward.
Like that last try we did was the
like
best
he gets
way.
Lost.
Yeah, he does.
So that's coaching as well, right?
It's coaching. Still an extra video with him. You'd be running through that last play and going, what are you thinking here backing off when it's man on man, right? Because I think a lot of young kids, they shit themselves when good players start running at him. Yeah. It was just him by himself, a little dummy here, and then they get your cues, right? You pull back. Yeah. He's going to take your spot. So that is just coaching.
It's deer in a headlight stuff, right?
Yeah.
Or deer in a headlight.
Deer in a
Fuck
yeah.
Pretty good.
And I look at his defense and go, okay, well, you can just get better at defense all the time. Yeah. But you can't coach what he does in attack.
Some of the things that
he's got some special ability, but that's coaching. He's just got to be real consistent at training, and Flanagan and that need to drive it into him because it's 50% of the game. Yeah. Come on, man. Like some of those tackles that when Wadine was like hammering his edges, it was mainly him that was making the bad decision. Even when I think they went the short side.
Robson.
Yeah, Robson went
for the
through.
Try. Yeah, that was him as well, backing up.
Yeah, don't back up. Yeah. All you got to do is stay tight and wait for your marker to come across, right?
Yeah. If he doesn't come, make the tackle.
These are just principles, right? And he runs into you. Yeah. So I'm not sure what they're coaching down there, but I'm pretty sure they coach the same pretty much all around. They're the short side principles, right? He would have ran straight into you if you stay square, but you're worried about the other guy out there. It doesn't happen like that. And you put pressure on DeBellum again, the middles will be filthy at you. You just stay tight. And this is what happens when training and then it's a game. Training and then going against the fucking Robson and Dearden at full speed, right? Yeah. And talking under fatigue, you're fucked. That's the game, right? Understanding, talking to DeBellum, just shifting back a bit, waiting for the line to come up. Bang, solve it. Yeah. Easy. Right?
Because when you do edge defense at training, you've got your back row there who's sliding at second mark.
All the time because Luciano got caught on the ground, remember? Yeah. And he was nowhere near it, so he didn't know what to fucking do. King Tonga, because no one was there. Yeah. You know, so it's Luciano's fault as well. But the middles need to get around, and sometimes you get caught with 3 on the short side.
Sometimes it
you
happens.
can solve it, mate.
Yeah.
You can solve it. Like you just don't try and make those decisions by yourself. So he's got a few little things in his game where it's very fixable.
Yeah.
Very, very fixable. It's just like a little bit of he knows exactly what he needs to do. Just doesn't deer in the headlights sort of thing. Just at those moments, just shit himself.
Yeah.
Made the wrong decision.
I think there's a play in there. I feel like
There's a fucking play there.
Yeah.
But sometimes if you keep doing that,
there won't be.
that player will be in reserve grade.
Yeah, agreed.
And for a couple of years until you get that shit sorted.
Let's get to the Eels 22 defeating the Broncos 20. I loved Miles' message at halftime.
Look at that boy over there. Look at
What a win, Lukey. You know what summed it up to? This is just the mindset and even the presser after. So one of the sideline reporters, I think it was Eloise Sawyer, was up there for this game. Got the message from halftime and was relaying it to the Fox reporters. Ryle said he wants to keep the ball in play. I know it's I know it's only like a little simple message, but fuck, I love that message. That shows for me.
They're back in the grind.
They're back in the grind. That's who they are.
Fitness?
That's who they're trying to be.
Okay, I fucking do. I get it.
Yeah, yeah. So 20-18 with a chance to draw. What does he do? He goes to tap. Like they're going up.
Disrespectful. You know what I mean? Like, if you're the Bronx, you're like, fucking Parramatta's coming. Like, what do they got to play for?
Yep.
Well, you know what I mean? You're not
House money.
Exactly.
Yep.
I love it. I love their mentality, man.
Yeah. And you can just see with someone like that decision, that message at halftime, the way he's talking, mate, he has full belief in this team, this young team, and they're repaying him.
Yeah.
Even when I was like critical, because I would have liked to have seen Dylan Brown in this game, he is trying to figure out what it looks like with Mitch and Joash at the back on this occasion, and Dean Hawkins at 6. And I am convinced. I've seen enough of the touches. I'm convinced Joash can play 6 with him.
Had some looping shape out on the right edge.
And he got on ball. He got on ball. Yeah, he got in at first receiver. You know why, Mace? Because I feel like Mitch's game is just like
he's on another level, man.
He's taken his game to a new level.
Fucking whole nother level.
I agree with you. I agree with you. I think Joash's best position is fullback.
But he got Yongi's an absolute beast.
So Yongi's going to be back there. Yeah, Yongi's going to be the fullback. I think because Mitch is playing at such a high level now, he has full control of his game that you can afford to have a guy like Joash over a guy like Dean Hawkins, who I think will be a really good, solid backup.
I just think they need Footy Dean and Joash to go at it in the preseason.
Yep.
Fucking best man wins. Iron sharpens iron. That's the way Rilesy's going to go. Like, okay, Yongi, no one's even going to touch you at fullback. You got that kid.
Yep.
Moses is your team. Fucking let's figure out who the 6 is.
Yep.
That's it. Everyone else, fucking do your best.
Yeah.
I love turning me into an Eels supporter, Rilesy is. No, you're fucking not, Rilesy.
Clip.
I like the jersey, but I like the yellow
the
jersey.
banana one?
Yeah, the banana one, yeah. They look like they were up for the game. When I looked at the first 10 minutes, I'm like, there's going to be a game. They're here. They're not here to fuck around.
They've been like that for a while now.
Because I forgot Moses was playing.
Yeah.
And every time he plays, he's just he's making a big contest for that number 1-7 in the world. He is. If he finishes a year off, the Eels go on a bit of it. Just say they win 5 out of 6. Finish 10th, 12th. That's a fucking win after getting beat 66-0 in round 1.
So Eels are on 18.
Goes, spoon.
Yeah.
Eels are on 18 points. The Roosters are at 10th now on 22. Dolphins are on 24. So there's three wins in it.
Yeah, they've just been missing that little bit of class. Speaking of class, Lomax out on the wing. Yeah. His contested kicks are such a weapon. So I've got best case, right?
Yeah.
Best case, he catches it, comes down, either try assist. That's best case. Next best is it's an escort penalty, which he's getting a lot of those recently because the centers are fucking stressing out. The wingers are stressing out. Everyone's so worried about him. At worst, the defense just catches it, but they surrender straight away because they're also so worried. Because they catch it and they're worried about him, and There's not one negative aspect about him going up and competing for the ball. Even if he knocks it on, it's the last play turnover anyway. Like an error, who cares?
Yeah.
As long as he doesn't do something where it leads to a penalty, and that's rare because he's the one competing. Fuck, it's an absolute dangerous. Like man. there are 3 or 4 teams in this competition that do not compete.
I just love it. Yeah, I just love how he competes on everything.
Yeah,
as you said just before. There's a couple of teams that just let you have a crack at it, which you'd be like, if you're a middle or something like that, you'd be like, what the fuck are you doing? Catch it.
Try come up with a play.
Yeah, and like Broncos are sort of one of them. They just sort of like they got Walshy one-on-one a fair few times. Did you see when Lomax picked him up by his pants? Did you not see that?
No.
Oh, it's fucking hilarious. So Walshy was on his guts, and then it's how strong fucking Lomax is. Picked him up by his pants and off the air, and then threw him down. So much disrespect in it.
I missed that one.
You didn't fucking see it. That's why little Walsh was filthy.
Did they get up and have a look?
It was like a little fucking kid, like picking a little kid up and just dropping him. It was
like
just
Trell
really
in Origin vibes. Like Trell did to him in Origin.
Yeah, it was fucking bad.
Yeah, right.
Because I picked his whole body up and went, and then
he's strong.
He's so strong.
This might sound stupid now with the Broncos. I've got something for you. They needed this. The Broncos needed this. They needed to be humbled going into the finals. So since Walshy's been back, they've gone on a run. They've had a couple of buys in between the last 5 or 6 weeks as well, where they've just sort of scraped through.
Lost since round 13.
Yeah, they had a couple of wins where they kicked away at the end, but it wasn't convincing, and they still had these moments. And this is the first game where they had a full deck of cards.
Yeah, that's what we were thinking.
And I think for Walsh in particular, like if he doesn't look at this game and realise that this team is capable of being a real problem in the competition, and it gives Madge the opportunity to go through and say, see that. You avoid them. We not only beat this Eels team, who were great, there's nothing against the Eels, but the Eels just were more like complete. They just got completed sets and just played to a game plan, and with
and then they end up winning. Do you know what I mean? They played basic footy with the most basic game plan. That shows for any team. If you stick to a game plan, you stay in it for the whole game, right? And just don't give up. Like, and that's what Rolsey's coaching. He's going to have a bit of a team there, but like with the Broncos, it'll be very frustrating. But it can go both ways, right? With Walshy, he shows you like he can win you the game.
Yeah, and nearly got and
he fucking nearly got it. If it wasn't for the officials, like I would have given that a try.
Oh, so would I? But that would have been a Band-Aid fix for the Broncos. That's my point.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
If they'd scored that.
We played awful and we won. Yeah. Let's carry on.
I think they can get more lessons out of losing that game. I really do. And that might sound weird because they had an opportunity, especially with the Warriors losing the next day and the Panthers winning, that it's going to be harder for them to make the top 4. But I think it's a good lesson going into the finals for the Broncos that an undermanned, nowhere near as talented Parramatta team rocked up to your house, played a more conservative style, but just went after the game and played harder.
That's the word, conservative.
Yeah.
Quite, just they pretty much just bore the shit out of them. They stayed in the game, completed their sets. What was their completion rate? Fucking well over 90.
High. It's not like they tucked the ball under them. And
no. They were playing some footy. They were playing some footy, but they were completing their sets. And Moses was just getting you on the back foot. They kept getting Walshy down on his in goal, coming out like he just.
I reckon keep in play is
that was good.
Walshy. They want to keep. They want to fatigue. Yeah. They wanted to fatigue Walshy because I reckon that's why.
That's when he makes mistakes.
Makes mistakes.
But you got to love him, right? He lives and dies by the sword. Yeah. But like, it's going to be a sort of light bulb moment during the year where he's like, "Fuck, I just have to play like." You don't want to take that from him, right? When he goes, bang, cut you off the left foot, try to Billy Walters. But you want to cut out the other stuff where it's just the long ball, right? The long ball, like fucking even, and it gets me sometimes with the long ball and even to the centers, and the centers just want to tap it on and like just goes out. So even if it goes to the winger, the defense is going to crack you anyway. Yeah. Unless it's 100%. Unless it's 100% boom and the try line's there and you really test it. Like, don't do it.
That's his best shape. His double shape on the line to Shibasaki is his best weapon. When he does it from 30 or 40 out, it very rarely works.
No.
He needs to put it away.
Yeah.
If he's going to play to Katoni Stokes and Shibasaki from 30 or 40 out, early ball, don't do it at the line because when you do it at the line, it's a tough line. You know you've got to be ready for the contact. I don't think the centres are as used to the contact.
No. Then when he's coming around the back, why just take the hit?
Yeah.
Take the hit.
Yeah.
You know, because even if you do pass it, and it's usually just rushed on, even if it was a perfect ball to the winger's just got to step off his left anyway and come back inside because everybody's rushing over. The try line's not there. It's still 10, 15 metres away. So that play to me does my head in where fullbacks think they can just do that and flick it on and just have no respect for the ball. It starts pissing your middles off.
If you execute it and you're feeling yourself, but I don't double down and definitely don't triple down. And that's what Walsh's biggest thing is. He doesn't learn from a mistake in game. He doesn't care if he makes a mistake. He gets footy amnesia and he just goes, fuck it, I'll try it again. Whereas like as a middle, you're just like, all right, sweet. Don't mind it early in the game. We got you. Then you do it again like, fucking come on. Third time, you're like, that's enough.
You know what he needs to watch? Latrell.
Yeah.
He needs to watch Latrell's timing. And he doesn't miss his timing when he does pick and choose when to pass.
Yep.
He fucking nails it.
Yep.
Most of the time. He needs to understand like how Latrell gets around because he's got a passing game like Latrell.
For sure he does.
Right? So he just needs to I'll be just watching Latrell's how he starts, where he starts from, why does he seem to have so much time?
Yep.
Right? It's his tempo, the way that he passes, how he catches, all those little things. If he can nail that,
that's a good shout.
you know, then that's just because he's got that skill set. He just makes the wrong decision. Latrell barely makes the wrong decision because he's got Cody and all that. So he's got that team with him. He's
Even
got
some
Ezra
prime.
Mam and everything in there. Got gun back rowers doing all the thing where you have a look at. I'll be looking at South Sydney 2022 or something like that.
I was going to say prime KP
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
You know
And
when
have
KP was
have
on a
look,
Dally
just
M
have
run?
a look. Have a look at the good players and see their timing.
That's a good shout.
Watch the best players do it. Because I know he's a fucking massive talent, Walsh, but he can cost you a game.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
You know,
this one.
you want this kid. You need him at his ultimate best to win the comp.
Yeah,
You do.
Agreed. I think the one other sort of position, and I know like it's pretty rough because he's been good since he's been there. Katapani misses the opportunity when Staggs made that break down the right. They shift back to the left. Shibasaki's looking for him. He'd taken the hit up before the break, but that was 2 tackles, 3 tackles.
Got to get there, son.
When you're Katapani and you're the less talented player of Cobbo and Mariner, you have to be there.
Mariner scores.
Mariner scores. I think Cobbo scores. I think Karapani scores if he's there.
It's just,
But
it's one of those minds.
You can't like. I know what it's like to be that level of player. You can't miss opportunities like that, especially when you got more talent.
He's been so good too.
He has been good.
He's only been good because he's been scoring tries.
I think that might open up the door. It could. I know it might seem harsh, and I know he's been good, but I just remember watching that going.
You should have been there.
Got to be there.
You got to be there.
Titans 24 defeat the Warriors 16. Desi's 500th. Fozzie's last ever game on New Zealand soil.
Yeah, good.
It continues the Titans' good record against the Wars too. They love playing the Wars, mate. And I specifically asked Foz on our athlete segment. We talked about that earlier on.
Which we'll cut in before the show here.
Yep. So we did that at the start of the show, right? I asked him a question around what it was going to be like. You know, he's got 7 games remaining in his career. They're not going to make the finals. And you could tell, hey, Lukey, that this game just meant a little bit different. Like it meant a little bit more to him going back to New Zealand. His last ever game on New Zealand soil.
Went back to Elderslie, his junior club, the day of the game or the day before.
Ellerslie
Threw one of the greatest balls of his career, I reckon. That's up there because he's thrown some good ones. I reckon it's a top 3 balls he's ever thrown.
It's up there.
We'll have to
Fuck, mate. I reckon you ask him.
Yeah, that's good.
Ask him and go, where do you put that? And in the whole scheme of things, right? New Zealand coming back there, New Zealand's favourite son, and you know, like just putting that straight on Semi's chest and like just looking at that ball. It was a 20 metre ball. Perfect. You couldn't have thrown it any better.
Reece Walsh could never.
Looking where Dallin was. Dallin's shoulders are in and then like, it was beautiful.
We're just talking about Walshy. Walshy, go and watch that pass.
Watch that ball.
See what Foz did.
You could do that.
Yep.
I love that. And I said it to you after the game. I think there's something there with Desi, right?
Yeah.
With, you know, give him one more year.
Yeah.
Like if they can go over there and take on the Warriors on their fucking home ground with nothing to play for.
Pride.
And that's about it, right? They're in the top. They're fine for a top 4 spot, the Warriors. They're not looking like, we've got injuries. We're fucking, the season's done. No, we want to finish top 4, get a home semi and all that kind of stuff.
Too.
Started well enough. And then you go over there and you're like Desi's 500th, you know, Fozzie's like last little hurrah and you pull this out of the bag. There's something there.
Speaking of bag,
No Tino.
no Tino,
You know what
no
I mean?
David
Because you
Fafita.
got nothing there, and you just got a bunch of willing little workers to go over there.
Yeah.
Just fucking grind it out with the Warriors, they love a grind now.
Yeah. I thought his halves partner was really good as well. So Jaden Campbell,
Yeah.
the reports before the game was he's the one being shopped. Now, he's still got one more year left on his contract.
Damn. Imagine hearing that.
November 1. Yeah, it can go one way or the other, right? You can take it as motivation or you can sulk. And
Probably sooked about the first 10 minutes when they scored 2 tries on him. Then he went, fuck yous, I'm playing. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it seemed like because they scored 2 on him. Fair enough. It's Leka Halasina, the fucking problem child.
He's an animal.
Yeah,
What the heck are they calling?
The wrecker.
No, what the heck are?
What the heck a wrecker? I love him.
What the heck are?
He's the best 19-year-old kid around, easily.
Fuck. So me and Mace were talking about this on the way to the
Love
Bulldogs
him.
game yesterday. What's our comp for him?
He doesn't. I said he doesn't. He doesn't look like anyone, right?
Yeah.
I just think he's an original left side back row.
Yeah, because
but
we-
he looks
we-
like a. Because we keep thinking Sonny Bill and fucking Polynesians. It's
Ali
like-
Lautiti.
Yeah.
We're thinking of Sonny Bill. We're thinking about Frank Pritchard. Thinking about all
Yeah.
this.
Then we just looked
Going,
at it and said that's like a hybrid semi, sort of like a Liam Martin, Cam Murray.
He's like a Tom and Liam Martin.
He's Cam Murray, Liam Martin hybrid. That's what he is
Mm.
because he's that sort of size. He's got mad footwork. He could play lock easily, I reckon. They could just put him on that left side.
Plays
but
left and
he's-
right like Liam
plays
Martin.
massive minutes, does all the little things, chases out for marker, always third man in, gets back to his spots, communicates with his middles. I'm like, fuck, that's a guy who's been around for 5 years.
Well, remember when Liam Martin first hit the scene?
Yeah.
So he had kicks on the left, you had Capewell on the right, and they swapped at times. And Liam Martin was emerging, and they're like, "Fuck, we just got to find a spot for him." And then he ended up
Kicks back to the bench.
Yeah, kicks went to the bench for a bit. Capes sort of they all sort of swapped around. He's a little nuggety edge ball running, like very hard to tackle one on one. He's probably close. He's a comp for Liam Martin.
Yeah.
And that's high
and a
praise.
Cam Murray.
He's our favourite back
Yeah,
row.
and a Cam Murray because
Yeah.
Cam Murray's got like that footwork, and so is Liam Martin. He's fucking dynamite. Yeah, I love the little things in his game, but
Yeah.
he doesn't just, and he plays 80 minutes.
Yep.
Right, it's hard to get a young kid like that to buy in. Young Polynesian kid on a left edge, hard position to play, and then get the amount of touches that he gets the ball there, quality ball. Makes the most of his opportunities all the time. Defensively outstanding.
Yeah, he's a
Love
good
him.
player. JC, so he's
Yeah.
the one being shopped around.
Yeah, it sucks.
Brimo again showcased why I think his best position is a fullback for sure. Keanu Kinney was reported to be back in this game, so maybe next. I don't know,
What do you
man.
do,
like,
man?
it's the thing with the Titans. If they do let one of them go, they're going to shine somewhere else.
Yeah.
And it's going to be one of those situations where they let another really good player go.
How old is Jaden Campbell? 24?
He would be
23?
mid-20s.
Yeah. Brumo's 30.
Brimo would be late 20s, or did he just turn 30?
28, 29. I don't know. But God, I would probably see more upside with Campbell.
Campbell's 25.
Yeah,
So-
prime. He's entering his prime.
26 next year.
So I don't know if it was a report or it was one of the clips maybe from socials, and then I went and looked at the comments and everyone was like, fuck, we'll have him. Sharks fan, we'll have him.
Yeah.
Bulldogs fan, we'll take JC. Manly fan, can we get him there to fucking take Chez's spot? Like, everyone wants Jaden Campbell.
I think
he's such a talent.
I
It
think
would
he's-
be, if the Gold Coast Titans can't figure out this situation and they lose Campbell, he's going to go and star somewhere else for
And
sure.
I think he's a 7 now. He's learned how to play the game.
Could he play 6?
He plays 6 as well. I think he can play anywhere. He's just and all fullback. Like he's going to have that draw card of playing. I can play top line any position you really want. 7, 6, and 1. That's the spine there. Just like,
And that's what you should go to market as a half.
yeah, he will
That's
be.
what- that's
And
what's in
he'll
demand.
get a fair wicket too.
Perth.
Yeah,
$1 million play to go to
yeah,
Perth.
easy.
With-
He's really come along. I mean, defensively, he didn't have his best game probably for the first 10 minutes, and then he's just sharpened right up, and no one got through him.
He has one-on-one misses a lot.
But he's improved a shitload.
Heaps.
2 years ago, like he fucking not even going near those tackles.
Yeah, he was petrified earlier.
Yeah,
He was
He's
so light.
small.
He was so
now
light.
he's like I said, he's beginning to be a young man, got man strength. He's
Yeah,
a bit
you
bigger.
can tell he's stronger,
Yeah,
even though the
and
frame
he's going
doesn't
into
look-
tackles like with a lot more confidence. So
12
I don't
months
know,
too
man.
late, but imagine the storyline if you went to Penrith and played 6 instead of Blaze.
yeah, fuck.
Yeah,
12
even
months ago.
Yeah, They're set now.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They don't need him, but this
Yeah. Well, see, that's why a lot of the Sharks and Panthers fans were calling for him because of Presto. Really, he won a Dally M with the Sharks and then
premiership with the
Panthers.
Blue headgear.
Both those
gun,
clubs,
man. Playing against prime time.
Yeah. But yeah, the thing at the end of this game, and I was watching it and I was, rooting for Foz, obviously. They didn't beat themselves. The Titans finally didn't beat themselves.
I was waiting for it.
I was expecting it.
I was like, Warriors have scored 2 late tries and then end the game.
I was expecting it. I was like, me and my dad were watching it because I went over to mum and dad's to watch the game. We had some dinner there. And I was like, Titans going to blow this. Like, they'll have a yardage carry. Yeah.
Then I realised.
I think they completed at 90%, mate. That's un-Titans-like.
Then I realised the other side with the Warriors, this is where the X factor comes in, right? With the halves. Didn't look like they could score a try unless it was like a crossfield kick looking for Dallin or something like that.
How did they score their try? So
Pompey scored that left foot.
That was a nice play.
That was nice. Then he doesn't get the ball much, right? Like it's weird with Pompey.
He has some nice moments.
Yeah,
Solo,
and then you won't know that he's playing until like the 70th minute. Like it's their back five's still good. Their forwards are still they're still good. They're still a decent team, but I'm like the halves just look like they're not testing the line.
Here's what I wrote down for this game for the Warriors, and then we can elaborate more on it.
Yeah.
In hindsight, it was always a trap game. So the Titans were desperate to not get the spoon. Right? That's a factor. We talked about what are the Titans playing for? Pride, and they don't want to get the spoon. They were robbed last week. They should have beat the Tigers, and they were robbed with a couple of really bad decisions. The Wars got out of jail late against a Newcastle team that they should have lost to. The Broncos lose the night before. So then the Warriors go, the Broncos have been chasing us. All of these factored into, I reckon, just 5% off from every player.
Yeah.
And if you're 5% off in this competition and you don't have the talent, like the Warriors aren't the Penrith Panthers or the Brisbane Broncos, and they've got, elite players at every position or really important positions. They have to be a hungy every week because that's what makes them good. And I think they're about 5% off in every.
Yep, that's a good take. Very good take.
And Egan, and they clearly missed him. Once he went off, that was huge. He's been
knocked out a fair bit, hasn't he?
Well, not for ages, but this is the first one this year, and it was just a really bad technique. He went fucking low on our man, Phil Sammy.
Sorry, how long's it been since I just feel like he's copped a fair few head knocks.
Maybe a year and a half.
Where he was going through, it was like fucking non-stop.
Yeah, so 23 was a really bad start to the season. Then he got it together. They went on a run. So what happened was, and Webby clarified this as well, because he had history, doctors must account for that. They must take that into consideration.
They have to.
So he had a couple of HIAs last year, but he only failed one. So they kept on because he looks fatigued or whatever it may be, or he's got a history. Doctors were like, he's not we need to go. So he'd have his 15-minute assessment, and he'd get cleared and they'd go back on. This is the first one, in about a year and a half where he's had to come off for it, and it was just a really bad fatigue injury.
They need to fix that little play out where Famore was rattled, right? Do you remember that?
Which one?
Bo Famore, like he was concussed, and they let him play because the trainer said like he can play on.
Yep.
They need to take that out of the trainers and the players' hands, right? So he played on for another 2 sets of 6.
Yep.
Like if he got the ball or someone runs at him again, like this is like a boxer is on the ropes, right? He just got knocked out.
I didn't see this one. Was it clear, was it?
Clearly.
Okay.
Fucking, you had to go off anyway. But I'm like, they've done this a couple of times. Clearly, he should have gone straight off, right?
Yeah.
But the trainer goes, you know what you like. Everyone's got pride. Fuck yeah, I'm sweet. I'm sweet.
Of course, yeah.
Gets through it. But like, this is when I can only put the analogy in when you're boxing and you're getting cracked and you just got dropped, right?
Yeah.
And you get up standing out. You're not feeling fucking good, right?
Yeah.
You just run back into the fucking into the line. And then someone just runs straight at you, or you get the ball crack again. You might, you're just susceptible to more pain. To more brain injury. That's when when you're semi-concussed. Like, take it out of their fucking hands.
Yeah.
He's clearly knocked out. Get him off. Like the refs, get it out of the trainers. The trainers like,
it's hard for the refs
sweet
because they're not concentrating.
Well, the doctors,
they're not seeing the
online whatever doctors are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They've got to be quicker.
Get off.
Yeah.
He was
the
on there
independent doctor.
Yeah, he was on there for 3 minutes or something like that. I'm like, get him off.
Yeah.
Because I'm worried about because he's thinking he's sweet. He took a hit up as well.
Yeah. Well.
was involved in tackles. I'm like, oh, you just don't want to risk that.
We've got a question here from John Hicks. Fellas, can you please give me your thoughts on Dallin Martinez-Lesniak? He has been the scapegoat for the Warriors' poor edge defence for a while now. I would love your guys' take as you see the game through a different lens than the typical fan. Webby must be seeing something different. Now, Dell's been getting hammered recently. Yeah.
Okay.
So the 2 tries on the weekend, and there have been a few tries now that have come down his edge. I think the thing with for the first try, we just talked about how good of a pass the FORAN was. That was like any winger is going to get done on that pass. So that is a really tough one to hold against Dell. The second one, I thought it was Capewell's mistake. Not to say that Dallin doesn't need to improve on his edge defense. I think the problem when I watch Dell is that he's clearly playing to a system. And I reckon with all the runs he's got on the board now, and he's a veteran, there are like principles that you stick to as an edge mace. Yeah. But sometimes the more experienced players, the more experience you get, you can stay within the system but see that, all right, something's happened outside of our system and you just got to solve it. Yeah. And that's always been a part where I think Dell could have improved on, like over the years.
On-field adjustments.
Yeah. Like you've got principles, non-negotiables. Someone makes a play, you got to follow them in. But sometimes players do things within the system, outside of the system, or offense shows you something. And Dell has never really had an ability to read that on the run. He feels like he's a guy that really needs to be given information to him.
Like if Pompey goes in, he's coming in, right? Or the centre.
So Capewell,
he'll do exactly, because they're the principles. I know the principles. So if he goes in, he comes in. So just say with the FORAN, a really great ball, right? Yeah. Whatever your center's doing, right, he's looking after his man. You should be looking at your man, Semi. The only reason, I get it, but I'm just
Not that one, the Capewell, the one before. So the Roger Tuivasa one. So that one was just a fucking great play. Every winger's going to
But I'm just saying, like, just say you never get caught in just like no man's land in that one. Like he could just go, I know it was a great ball. I'm just saying, if you do that to Ty, what's he going to do? He would not be out of that position that far.
Oh, I reckon he would. I reckon that one. The other one, I'll show. Actually, I'll get it up. Yeah. Let's watch him. Because this is the one I reckon he can definitely improve on. This is the one.
And let's have a look at that try anyway, the Aussie one.
Yeah, fuck, it's so good.
Just to see if he could.
Yeah.
Which I don't think he could.
So Foz plays out the back. Look how hard Capes misses. There's nothing
Yeah. What's he supposed to do there?
That's really tough for him, right? Same thing.
Hang on, sorry.
Capes shoots
Capes
out.
Doesn't have to do that.
So Dell's getting hammered for his reads here. Even on this one, it's not really a great example for Dell this week because he didn't do all that much wrong. But so Capes comes out of line.
Yeah, he
sort of gets stuck in no man's land. Look, he's got to take.
This is when we talk about the principles of him. So he's following his centre in.
Exactly right, because now these two players are on Brimo. He's got to go Kelly. And what you do, worst case, you make them make the big pass, and if they score on the outside, so be it. Warriors fans, like Dell,
he cannot do anything in that position.
There's nothing he can do here. And then he tries to get back.
It's Capes' fault, man. He made him play. Like, just say if Capes holds back, it's just man on man.
All right, let's watch the.
Let's see this ball. See, Capes is here again.
Capes is wedged again, right? So Capes is wedging in on for more. So Dell's got all eyes on Brian Kelly.
He's fucking no hope. Yeah, jeez.
I don't know what he's supposed to do.
He's doing like Warriors fans. He's copying whatever Capewell does. So Capewell does some bad reads sometimes. He's trying to come in and just shut it down himself. Like if he just comes in there, it's nearly man on man. If he pulls out, like he's got to have trust in Tanner Boyd there. He fucking doesn't. That's why he keeps jamming in. Trust Tanner Boyd. He can make his one-on-ones because those back rows, because they would have been shitting themselves.
See, to my point, Brian Toto,
nah, I didn't.
He's getting dusted.
No one's doing that. If your I'm just saying, if your center's doing that,
I just want to watch it again.
Yeah, do it again. So if he holds back, look, and just has man on man with Jojo there, look at that sick ball
over the top.
Fozzie.
You know where Fozzie throws it on the 10-meter line, and you know how those ones float forward all the time too.
Look at this.
It lands on the 12. Fuck, it's a gun ball.
Sorry, I'll take it back. No one's doing anything about that.
Yeah, no one's.
Not even Usain Bolt.
No, So on this, I don't think in this game I'm giving him a bit of pass. I think Foz won. The first one was Cape's fucked up, and on that because he slips and misses Bremo, then it just opens it up for everyone, and that was just a really good pass.
Hey, but they need to really sort that shit out with who's their right for. So that's usually Niokora, and then the Laban come on.
Yep.
Yeah, so Laban comes on the second half.
Webby said after the game he's desperate to get Capes back into the back row.
Yeah.
But Rocco Berry's out and Ali Lautea has been injured, and he even got injured in the New South Wales Cup game.
But that's a lot. He's taken Boyd's real estate up. He's coming across where he is just to try and solve it.
Yeah.
Can't do that. I know he's a good player. Capes a good gun defender, but he's a gun right edge back rower defender.
And he's a good one-on-one defender.
Yeah,
too. There's a difference between decision making and making your tackles when someone throws early to him. He does a good job of just balling all, wrapping them up.
Those ones there. That's on Capes. And him trying to protect.
Del can improve on it.
Him trying to protect Boyd, man.
Yeah.
Tanner Boyd. Tanner Boyd probably hasn't played. It's his first game for the Warriors.
Yeah.
Played nothing together. But in saying that, you can always improve. It's a hard position out there.
Yeah.
People need to understand that. You're on an island by yourself. You're trying to go off principles, like when teammates principles, when your centre goes in, you go in, all that sort of shit.
Yeah. Let's go to Panthers 36, defeating the Tigers too.
Easy work.
I don't think the scoreline reflects at least the effort all the Panthers had to do early on in this game. They worked hard for it. So
Panthers,
you know what it is? Second wave, both. So if you look at the halves and then the tries, and this is what it felt like as well, it wasn't until the 25-minute mark of both halves, and even Benji said after the game with Jerome, and they taught us a real lesson of how, what it's like to be one of the premier teams and play 80 minutes. They had to work hard for the Panthers, but when they did, it shows the class
it opened up. But they looked at it was... I do give credit to the Tigers. They were in it, but it just they didn't look like breaking that Panthers line.
See, did you know what the Panthers and Tigers game reminds me of Bulldogs and Manly? Like there was just effort, but there's a different class.
Yeah, the Panthers just look like fucking last year and the year before and the year before that. Like they can just hold, and then they'll just submit you, right? Strangle you.
Yeah.
They do that. They'll
beat you into submission.
Yes. You'll submit somehow. You're like, okay, now I've tried everything. Little kicks across the face, kicks here, playing short, out the back. Like they just fucking got 2 points.
I was have you ever seen an improvement? Like I've seen players improve, right? Like I've seen a player who might be struggling or be a young player and they turn it around. But I haven't seen an edge improve like the left edge of the Panthers. From where they were at the start of the year, they were a proper weakness defensively.
Yep.
And then they were all over the shop offensively.
Got some swag now. With our boy Milky Jenkins.
Jenkins.
Good.
Yeah, Casey McLean.
What if he had caught that ball? What, the one that when he jumped on his back? That would have been unbelievable.
He's a
McLean's a fucking good player.
He's really athletic.
Yeah, he is.
Jenkins.
But even you can see he's got some.
He's got good calcium from all that.
He's got some swag like
bones.
Casey McLean, right? He's I could see when he's sort of not mad dog and just like grabbing the ball and like just little things like off to the other center, like sort of like just.
It's the Bulldogs game.
It's giving him some confidence. Like he's respecting him, but he's sort of bit of bullying out there.
Yeah.
I like it. He's asserting his dominance and he's doing it. He's a young kid and I can see him doing it to the other centre, Tyler. He did it to him a couple of times. Just try to like sun him a couple of times. I'm like,
you know what it is? I know exactly what you're talking about. There was a couple of times where there was like a changeover and it was tackled on the last and he just like grabs the ball off.
Yeah, little things like that. I'm like, I fucking love that because I notice things like that.
Yeah.
Because I used to fucking do it.
Yeah.
Give me the ball.
Yeah. But
like
you notice it when you're
the other guys.
You fucking.
Yeah.
Because if you're on the other side, you go, you fucking.
Fucking throw the ball. yeah.
I see that.
I was just like, okay. He's feeling himself in a good way, but
yes.
Right? He's
they're not going over the top.
Nah.
They know they're in a good what's the word? They know they're super improved. They're
in a good little purple patch now.
Purple
I
patch.
just think it's just like Jenkins is playing good defensively. Everything's working. Blaze Talangi's on the same page.
Blaze is looking really
good. Is Garner on that left edge? Has he been on the left edge? Garner? I think Garner. Yeah, because what's his name's been out?
Scotty Sorensen missed this game.
Sorensen's been out for a bit.
I feel like that.
So Garner's the 11.
Yeah, but
Because
because Garner started on the right because Liam Martin come from the bench. So who played left edge? Isaiah Papali'i? Isaiah Papali'i might have started left edge in this game. Yeah.
he's been good too.
But so when Liam Martin come on, he pushed Garner over to the left.
Yep.
And Papali'i went into the middle.
Okay.
That's what happened.
I'll have a look.
That's 100% what happened. Yep.
Yeah. They looked all right, man. Even though the young kid, Patea?
Yeah, Laurent Patea.
Fucking hell.
Got a kicking license too.
He's just same as Payne Haas. If he's left-footed, oh, jeez. Yeah, they look scary. They look scary. If you're in a top 4 position now, you're like, wow,
3 points behind
what's
the
happening?
Warriors. 3 points there.
Oh my God, they're coming. It's going to happen. So one of the big 4, like either Melbourne, Bulldogs, Canberra's going to get them in the second semi after they lose the first one.
Well, we've talked about their draw.
That,
yeah, we've talked about their.
Someone's going to go bang bang out.
So where is it? So Titans now. So they've got Titans, then Knights, and then they go the 3 big dogs.
No, they don't care, bro. By the time that comes, they'll be primed.
They're going to go Storm into Canberra into Bulldogs.
Really?
Finals.
That's good. That's exactly what they want.
Probably.
Yuck. I never thought this was going to happen. This has made this whole year with the Panthers.
So
Panthers,
fun. So fun to
coming
watch.
last 8 weeks ago,
So
8 to 10 weeks ago, I'm like, they're not even making the 8.
Yeah.
Now look, 5th, chasing a top 4 spot.
I know
That's terrifying.
They've won games as well, and it hasn't always been pretty, and they've had the opportunity to rest, which I for sure, like, credit to Ivan, how he times and understands his players to, get the best out of them. Like, but Nathan and Isaiah playing 4 days removed from Origin 3, and you would have excused him for resting Nath because Nath was carrying that groin injury through Origin. But then giving him the rest last week, I don't know if it was because it was Old Boys Day for him on the weekend or because maybe it was Old Boys Day for all the players that are playing at the Tigers now that are Penrith Old Boys. But it felt like this felt like a clinic. This felt like Penrith were conservative and aggressive, and they played to a game plan, and they were back to the Panthers.
And the 7 looked on top of his game.
So good. So good.
Yowie
looked awesome as well. Yowie was awesome. Dylan Edwards is awesome. All their best.
That's what I was talking about. The Tungo put down off the kick. And
that was bad.
With that, then I'm just going to the other games that we'll just watch.
Yuck.
And the bra got his pulled back.
Isaac Tonga was, no matter what happened for the rest of the weekend, was always a no try.
But then you look at Horsburgh's one, you go, that's a try more than his. And
Isaac Tonga doesn't matter what week it is, that should never be given a try. So that was so bad.
Yeah, that's the one I was trying to get in my head.
Yeah, that's right.
But what a kick anyway. Yep. Deserved a try.
Not really. I don't really have a whole bunch for the Tigers. I thought, for all the thing, I thought it was like Panthers showed class. There's improvement there. Yeah. If you do want to get something positive from the West Tigers as a fan base,
don't listen to this podcast.
No, I'd listen to it. Mayday podcast. Oh, don't listen to our podcast. Yeah, you.
I don't know. I mean, like they looked all right. Like just a level above.
Yep.
The Panthers are a level above the Tigers. The Tigers look they didn't give up. The scoreboard didn't reflect how hard it was. I admit that.
Yes.
So, but to keep a team to 2 points, and the Tigers throw a lot at you.
Yeah.
A lot of shape, a lot of kicks, a lot of trickery around, right? And you still didn't even look like scoring.
Yeah.
You did. Oh, Taylor May looked like scoring.
Yeah, Taylor May.
I was happy for that because we had him at any time try scorer.
Well, speaking of Taylor, if you get an opportunity, and I only seen the clip, but Terrell's got his new podcast, the Mayday podcast. If you want to get pumped up as a Tigers fan,
go listen to him.
Go and watch the clip with him and Taruva talking about the buy-in from the players. It's a really good, unique.
I thought he played well.
Taruva was awesome.
No, May.
Oh, yeah, Terrell,
yeah.
Yep.
He ran hard. He fucking really sometimes he runs at sort of like at 80% all the time. There's a couple he fucking handbrake off, fucking full steam. Like, that's the sort of one I want. If I see that every fucking run, then he's going to be getting more offloads. You're going to find his front a little bit more. Like he's got it in him.
Yeah.
I thought he was.
We're
I
so
thought he was
blessed
good.
with front
Bolle's
rowers.
good fucking player too, man.
Yeah, he's off the bench for him now.
He's
He
been
gets him in the
good.
second wave. The thing with Terrell May, like he normally has to play 80 minutes.
I know.
70, 75.
That's why he
so
probably-
he's a little bit more reserved sometimes, but you could tell they really wanted this one.
Yeah.
The Dogs up next.
It's always a hard game, man. That's what I say. The Tigers throw a shitload at you.
Well, I'm more so the drama. The drama.
Oh shit! I didn't think
The drama.
the Wesner Garmin.
the
That's what I
Wezzers.
said, round
Oh yeah, I was just like, I didn't even think. Yeah, Galvin. I wonder what sort of extra treatment he'll be getting.
two. What
Nothing that he can't fucking handle.
What
It's
day
like-
is it? It'll be Friday night, wouldn't it? Oh no, they wouldn't have planned for that, so it might not be.
Nah,
They wouldn't
be
know.
fucking.
It started
Maybe
in-
play Sunday 2:00.
Literally.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm calling this
prime
game.
time game.
I'm calling this game a comeback.
At comeback.
Yeah. It's gonna be
Yeah, it'd
amazing.
be interesting. I mean, it's not like the the 2000s where you can really get at a kid like that and fucking crack him.
Well, you, can
That'd be
send,
good
you can
narrative.
send some traffic at him.
Yeah.
God, the
He's
media's
gotta
going to have
protect
some
him,
fun
man.
with it this
Oh,
week.
the media's going to be crazy.
Yeah. Sharks 14 defeat the Rabbits 12. Toughest watch of the week.
Nah.
Easy.
Worst game I've seen all year. Fucking easy.
No, it
I'm
was
trying
up
to
there.
think of the
No, I'm
I'm
telling
laughing
ya.
because I'm trying to think of the previous title that held that. He had another classic.
It is
hasn't-
one of
yeah.
like I'm going back to round one, and I'm like, this was the fucking lowest game I've seen for a while. I
Do we
couldn't
have-
remember the last one.
Do we have a little bit of time to find a? Because I've got it. We can
When's the
maybe-
last time you saw a worst
No, I'm just
game?
trying to think the last time he said that and it made me laugh.
Yeah.
I'm trying
this
to
is
think.
up
Comments will remember.
Like, if
name,
we
the,
got-
name the worst game of the year in the comments, guys.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
this
let
is
us
up
know.
there. I bet this is top three.
I feel like there was a game a couple of weeks ago that I watched. That was real.
A couple of Super Saturday ones were even better. That were just sort of dying. I thought the Titans and the Warriors were going to be bad.
That was a pretty good game.
That was a good game.
Yeah.
At least I was
Thi-
watching the
you know
World.
what? This is what I wrote after watching that game. This game single-handedly made me not want the Sharks to make the eight.
Yeah. It'd be boring, wouldn't it?
In the last 2 weeks, they've beaten both the Roosters and the Dolphins before this game, so they're 3 from 3. But I feel like the Roosters and Dolphins are a much more entertaining game. Just as I know, like Sharks fans are probably going to be furious with that, but I reckon even some Sharks fans are going,
Yeah. How'd we
that's
win that?
fucked.
Yeah, this should have been like 36-10 easily.
Easily.
And the Rabbits nearly get you. With a bunch, no disrespect, a lot of players that are
Reserve graders.
not even in, not first graders.
Reserve graders.
What
Maybe
about Toby
10.
Rudolph? What about that hit that fucking Jackie boy put on? That was the highlight. I mean, that was awful. It was awful for both. I love
for the Dolph.
He's
Dolph.
out
I
for
love
3
the
weeks.
Dolph. The Dolph looked like he got escorted out of fucking the pavilion. It looked like he was getting escorted out of Sapphire in 2008. That's how fucking looked drunk as fuck. I was like, holy shit, Jackie boy's hit him with everything.
He's going to get 3 weeks for that.
Yeah, it was straight on head.
What do you think? Have you seen it, Lukey?
It was
No, I've seen all the
It was
commentary
so
around it.
unorthodox of a way to tackle. Like it was like because his arms were flying everywhere, but it was his head that hit him. Oh, it was just a tackle gone wrong. I feel sorry for the Dolph. He know where the fuck he is. Yeah, it's like he's getting escorted out of Tropicana back in the day. Love you, Dolph, but fuck, that was bad.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for him. He's copped a few hits this year.
It's one of those ones where it's that in between one, right? There's got to be a duty of care that, although it is a head clash,
You gotta, it is. It is.
You know,
it's
it's a weird one.
care
It's a weird
for
one.
for the guy with the ball. You can't.
it was
just
similar
be-
to the way we viewed Taylor May on Walshy a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
You know, when he shot out of the line and they had a head clash and it broke his nose?
Yeah.
It's like,
You've got to have some sort of. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Sort of unwritten rule.
yeah.
It's like
Like
don't-
get your target lower. Like even your head, like if you put your head in that position because you're going so aggressive, then
yeah.
but fucking 3 games is way too heavy.
I thought a fine would be all right. That's bad.
For the Rabbitohs, not much outside of they've got a whole bunch of reserve graders, but Wayne and Des have never coached a team that's got the Spoon Boys.
Yeah.
They play each other in 2 weeks. That could decide it. The Knights, Rabbitohs, and Titans.
and this is his biggest losing streak ever.
Well, I didn't know that.
So it's 8 or 9 games.
Wow.
I think it's gone to 9. So I think Kevy was in the 99 side when they lost 8, and
Wow.
he goes, "This team might beat it." He goes, "Thank God."
Yeah, that's a. It's
not a good one to have.
We want to get rid
Yeah.
of that
So
record.
Kevy's out of that one. So yeah, that's not
So with
good.
6 weeks to go, the Knights, Rabbits, and Titans are all on 16 points, but the Titans have had all of their buys. So at least the Knights and Rabbits will get 2 points added. So no matter what, they're going to finish on 18. Huge game coming up next week in 2 weeks for the Rabbits and Titans. That could determine whether Desi or
they're both great humans and great coaches. Like,
you don't want either of them.
No.
Knights?
No.
Do you want Knights to get the spoon?
Yeah.
So they keep that record?
Yeah, give it to Adam O'Brien.
That's heavy.
Just so those two, they're two of the best. Well, one's definitely is. The 500 games for Desi, huge. Nearly 1,000 for the old man.
Disclaimer, I was at the game yesterday. We were doing a pre-game entertainment with the Bulldogs and Manly game. Mace went home, so he was able to watch the Raiders and Knights game. I watched it on the KO Mini on the way in here, just had it sort of listening in the background while Mace was driving us in.
They're scary. They're scary. Raiders are scary. But no, it was 18 all at half time. The Knights were in it, but you could clearly see that the Raiders are a better side.
Okay.
You clearly could see that. And it was a matter of time before Raiders clicked into gear and just blew them off the field. And that's what happened. They pretty much scored straight after half time. And then it was just a free-for-all.
Yeah, while you guys were on stage, I was looking at the score. I was like, oh, this is a bit tighter than I thought. And then got into the stadium, started watching the game. It's like, oh, what happened in the last game? Boom. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, their back five is dangerous, man. Timoko, he was outstanding. Savage, Weeks, Joey Tarpanay's second stint was
Their second stints are awesome.
Was different. And Big Papas and Huddy Young was killing it. They look so dangerous. And nearly a complete side there. Simi Sasang, he played in the centres for Sebastian Chris.
Yeah.
Like, just one of the tries they scored was, you saw that. It was fucking embarrassing. That's not first grade level. But like just a couple of really basic misses. But then we'll get back to those referee interpretations.
Yeah.
Like, there's 2 tries there that really blew Newcastle off the field in succession where, you know, if someone's different interpretation, could be no try.
So the Timoko first one was the one for sure. And
then the hooker.
Tom Starling, back through the middle.
Yeah.
That was just after half time. So that was a foot.
They're the ones that just like that went from 30.
So it was 18 all, and then those 2 decisions go against them.
30 to 18.
So the Knights are not a good enough team to be able to rally past that, are they?
Nope.
And if you give that to the Raiders, then they're going to.
Then they just went.
Is that a fair reflection?
No, that's exactly what happened.
Okay.
But they look pretty good. They look like nearly the complete team, man. The Raiders.
They're still raw though. They still make.
Yeah, because their right side, they got
exposed. My team to win it.
Yeah,
in my head, I'm trying to find ways for them not to win it.
If we don't win it, I want Canberra to win it.
Okay. As in Manly. If we don't, you Bulldogs.
Oh yeah, that's right. Newcastle.
All right, let's get to the Bulldogs versus Eagles. By the way, if you're just tuning in for this, we talked at length about Bronson Cherry because he was Mace's OG. That was a finals-like start for me, Mace. I want to know if that felt like for you at home viewing it.
No, I felt that.
Lukey and I was sitting with Lukey and the Hello Sports boys, and they're like, "Hoz, what are you thinking?" And I just felt like the game was on a nice edge to begin with. And
up until that first try, it was.
That was it, right? So I was like, Tom looked at how like sort of locked in I was in. I was like, we've got a real contest here, and who's going to break first? Manly broke.
You're winning in the middle.
Yeah.
As I said, I messaged you. I said, there's zero respect for our middles. Jakey was fucking hammering.
What is it? Mental. What is it, respect?
Sons.
What do we say? Oh, yeah, that's right.
Luke, he didn't know what
Sons. What's he saying?
He goes,
French. It's French.
It's French without.
Yeah. Fucking Lodge was going at it.
Yeah.
Takayaho, they were about it. They were winning for the first 20 minutes. I'm like, and our boys just stood up. Sammy Hughes, just chasing kicks, just picking up
Big
crumbs.
Play.
Got two tries. Good on him. Max King just kept on showing up.
Yeah.
Because
they're going after the weak gutted dog.
Yeah.
They wanted a bit of salmon.
I think they wanted. Lodgy got him.
Fuck. Every time
you see Lodgy's eyes, just like he's a person that he would have played in our era and punched on every game.
Well, I'm trying to think if there might be some history because Jamin Salmon's from the Penrith area, Lodgy's Penrith area as well.
There has to be.
I felt like there was more in it for them too for some reason.
Because
or maybe he just annoys him. Jamin Salmon's got that head where
I got it. You got it, mate. It could be because Lodgy could be just one of those people. He just snaps.
And also, Lodgy's off tap.
That's what I mean. He's got that in him. I'm like, he just might not like his hair.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Or his fucking last name. Or like, the week got a dog. It could be just making shit up in your head because I think you got to do that now. It's just to spark you up. But I think he might. Will he be on the sidelines after that hit? I think he was arm on chest.
Yeah, it was sloppy. It was like he was borderline. He was a borderline all game.
He wanted to fuck. Yeah. I don't think he would have cared if he did hit him in the head.
I was watching. I was like, can someone send him down a message? You go, big boy, sweet, great energy. Just chill.
I would love to see that from Jakey, but Jakey's just
Jakey. No.
Jakey,
that's his role. That's Lodgy's role. But just don't lose your shit.
Because imagine if that game was even.
Yeah.
Right? And just think, it's 22-20, it's fucking 10 minutes to go. I can't have you losing your shit, mate.
No.
But it's frustration because what that game yesterday was hard.
Yeah.
And then you look at it and it's like,
42-4.
How do you get to 36-4?
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You start questioning shit. You start getting pissed off. And that's me being in the middle, and I just wouldn't have a clue how I would be feeling right now with the 60 goes, the calls, all that sort of shit. You'd be highly frustrated because you can't take your proper anger out. You can't fight, can't shoulder charge, can't do anything like that. So that's how you take it out. Because you got these wild boys that are cut from a different cloth. Fucking Lodgy's about that shit, man.
You know what was one thing that was noticeable? I went and looked this morning they only had 21 offloads. Fuck, it felt like double that. Felt like every time they got an offload.
Who, us?
You guys, the
we had
Bulldogs.
40.
That's what it felt like for me watching it. But the part that I reckon gets you is because you pretty much go shift to shift straight away. Yeah. Because your middles are so highly skilled, everyone can shift the ball. So as soon as you get an offload off Carraz or something, they just go bang, pass it. It might be an offload to Sherry. Sherry goes to Salmon. Salmon goes out to fucking Bailey Hayward. Bailey Hayward gets it out to Critter, and you're making a break down the opposite side.
It's very one-dimensional when we're coming out of yardage, but once we get over a certain line, it's fucking – we're having 3 or 4 cracks at you. Proper. And that's why it's very hard to keep up when we're in that sort of mood and to break that momentum. Because you fucking can't. It's hard to get momentum, hard to break momentum. We were talking about it yesterday. You can't kick the ball out.
No.
Kick the ball out. 30 seconds, the dude's putting it on the 20 and you're fucking playing it. Defending again.
They didn't want to kick the ball out either.
No, they want it in. They want these high-speed grinds, as I say, and they wanted and they know that Lodgy's not the fittest.
Yep.
Sips is not the fittest. Takayaho is not the fittest, right? So they'll back themselves playing small ball.
Yep.
Max King hold the middle, Sam Hughes hold the middle.
They weathered the storm, didn't they?
Yeah. Cop your hits, get your licks at the start because they did.
Yep,
right?
they did.
They went after, and they knew it. They go, well, we've got to hold the middle now. What happens, because our Achilles here will be the middle again. If we play against some of these big teams, they're going to come through the middle. And
as long as you don't fold.
No, they don't fold.
Yeah.
They won't fold because they understand that now. And their job, Sam Hughes is a big body. We haven't had him for most of the year. You've had Saluka Fafita in there, and he's been in and out of the team. But now we've got consistency again, a big body. You just got to hold the fort. Salmon's not a massive hitter, but he's a good organiser in defence, right? So like we've got some guys there, and you got to hold it. And then Kurt Mann gets on there, changes the speed up a little bit.
Yeah.
Harry Hayes gets on there, changes the speed up a little
Harry's
bit.
a good man.
So it's a balance. You're not going to fucking just say if you go up against the Broncos or
see the Broncos are a different
Melbourne
base.
Storm.
Yeah,
Melbourne
Penrith
Storm, big fucking team, big nasty and all that. Like, what are you going to do there?
Yeah, they've got minutes in them. They're not like Manly. Manly
It's
can
a different size. You can handle Manly, right? You're like you got Lodgy and you copy your licks there, but like when you got Big Nas and Josh King, Blore, Katoa, Liero, Harry Grant,
Tarpanay. Josh Papali'i.
Yeah.
Hardy Young,
that's what I'm
Corey
talking
Horsburgh.
about. That are relentless, and they'll keep going. Then the second wave, Mariota, all those sort of boys. You know what I mean? So that's where we'll go. Okay, we just need to fucking keep turning up.
There's a couple of big games coming up for all the
Keep
top 4
fucking
teams.
turning
They're
up.
all playing each other.
And that's what we do. That's what we do. We just keep turning up. Because I was looking at that game at home, just going, this is semi-final-esque, right?
Yep.
Because Manly come with their fucking big boy shirts on.
It was
tried to bully us.
It was a finals-esque start.
Yeah.
And then Bulldogs proved they're a finals team.
Yeah.
Manly proved they're in that no man's land.
Yeah.
Like where the reason – and look, the big one for Manly after I still had hope going into the second half, but when Molly went down, that was it. Like when Hamoli went down, I was like –
Yeah,
you could feel it.
Sort of took the wind out.
You can feel everyone as a Manly fan just going –
Here we go.
Yeah.
Also, zero connection. I've done a women's weekly deep dive on the connection between Salmon and Lodge, and none.
Oh, yeah, okay,
The closest thing I could come
Just Lodge
up
is a
to
psycho.
is-
That's the connection.
Yeah, Lodgie's
No,
brother-in-law
here's
is
the thing.
O'Sullivan. That's as close as it gets, and they once played in the halves together.
Yeah. No, you look at him. Lodge is a lunatic.
Yeah.
Salmon's got a head about him and also a reputation.
Yeah.
And if you watch him and you're like not a Bulldogs fan, you probably go,
You make an excuse. I know how it is, mate.
You're doing the Michael Jordan one.
Yeah, you just got to fucking like, and Lodge was just trying to get himself in the game because like he just needs it, And when he come back on the field, like he started the game outstanding, he comes back on and it's 36-4. Right, you're like, what happened?
Yeah.
Someone's copping this,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So that's the way it is.
That's fair. So I think that's the end of the season, even though I had high expectations after last week. Because we're getting Hamole back and we're a chance of getting Taniela, I thought we could make it uneasy for some teams, but now without Hamole,
They better not try and push Taniela back. They should push him.
I would
Don't
not
even
wait.
try.
Yeah, I would not do it anymore.
But would Siebes need it, though? That's the thing.
No.
Siebes could be under pressure.
Oh man, like Paseka's a big body. He's done his Achilles, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what we're talking about.
Coming back from Achilles.
Man. That's too quick.
Well, did he re-aggravate the injury? Sorry, I might have missed if you said it. I was just researching, but no. Was it a
Must have,
re-aggravation of the arm injury for Olakwadu?
Oh yeah.
Dislocated
He
shoulder
dislocated
again.
his shoulder.
Yeah.
He's done.
Is that always a risk? Like he would have been told this is a percentage chance.
Steve said after the game there was a 90% risk.
Fuck.
Which,
That's up to the player. They tell you all this shit.
yeah,
It's
the
up
medical
to you.
staff.
Yeah, yeah.
say-
Medical staff
they
go,
discussed
mate.
it.
Do you want to play?
But is it
Fucking
80?
oath I wanna play.
Is it 80% next week? Is it 70%?
That's my
It's
question.
just-
No, I don't think so. When you get to he was out for 4 to 6 weeks. When it's around that time, and they go, of course, there's a chance of fucking aggravating it. You can do your ACL as well while you're at it. Like there's, if you think like that, you just fucking there's no point. But they said 90% chance. You're playing against Kickow, who's built like a fucking made of steel.
So-
You know what I mean?
But Lukey's point is,
Yeah.
do you avoid Kickow for this week, forego this game, save it for another
Does it
week?
go down to 80? I don't think so because I think he's just
Yeah, he's not that kind of dude. Like,
nah. He's not.
he looked on. Remember, I said looking at the
he's
camera
locked in.
pre-game,
He's fucking
his
locked in
face
big
was just-
time. He knows he's going against kicks. They bring out the best in each other. They had some great battles in the last couple of years.
Is that his postseason with his national team done as well?
Yeah,
Tonga's done.
Everything. Go
Tonga's
get
done.
your op. He'll have
Yeah.
to get it full Rico. Maybe.
That's a big
Fully
one.
aligned.
That's
That
a
is.
big one for pack champs. Good shout. Yeah.
That is a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes you got to look after your body, right? He's 27 years old.
You want to do it now and be back for the World
Yeah,
Cup next year.
I want to start round
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
I want round one, right, for next year because these shoulder operations can go fucking.
If they replicate their best team last year, their back row would be Hamole, Ali Katoa, and Keon Kolomantangi.
Yeah.
Everyone's talking about Samara. I'm fucking keep saying it as
Yeah.
much as I can. Isaiah Katoa, Lehigh Hopewadi, I think Yongi's Tongan.
Yongi's Tongan, yeah.
Tongan
Yeah.
descent,
He is,
potentially.
he is.
100%.
Yeah. They're still going to be good.
Who's the other one
So
we
who
always
could
get?
be the left side
Tolakala?
back row? It just say for right side back row now that.
Oh, yeah. So it's Katoa. No, so Katoa was
Katoa would
playing
be
right, and Hamole was playing left in the Pacific Championship
So
last year.
Leka Halasima plays left side back row.
Like a Halasina.
We're winning it.
Now you're Tongan. Fuck. You're the best.
I got 4 passports, bro. Come on, man.
I wish I had a bit of Tongan. Jump on.
All right. That's it, Anyway, hope you enjoyed your footy.
Big couple of weeks coming up, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Bulldogs Tigers has got me
Are you ready?
intrigued because I just totally forgot that Galvin
Galvin.
made
I
the
forgot-
biggest fucking like.
Galvin. I just
Yeah.
want to talk on him and Birdo. So
Yeah.
for 2 different reasons. Birdo went after the game, which is a great sign for him. My favourite part of Galvin, he had no tries, no try assists, no offloads, only 1 line break. He made 24 tackles. He only had 1 miss. And there were 2 or 3 occasions where I thought he was going to throw a stupid offload. I like that version of Lachlan Galvin.
Yeah.
You don't not every week because you want him to play with the footy, but I thought he understood the circumstances of the game really well.
Yep.
I thought he cost him the game against the Broncos with some
Yeah.
really stupid errors. This time he didn't do that, and then he can see. I reckon it's a credit to Ciro. The development of Lockie, that's probably what he's been looking at by getting to the Bulldogs is, all right, I don't have to have a 10 out of 10 every week for us to get a big victory. Great. That's going to look really good for him.
They look good, didn't they? It didn't look like it was forced or anything like that. And Birdo just knew when to run, which I fucking thought Birdo played outstanding.
Awesome.
Was he
Tracy
the man
also.
of the match of the game?
He should have been. I don't know.
Bronson Cherry was for us.
Yeah, but it looked natural. It looked like they've been playing together for ages. And I thought it would have taken a lot longer, probably another 2 or 3 weeks to make it look like this.
Well, they'll get a big test in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I
Got
know.
Panthers coming up.
100%. That'll be the test. That'll be the test.
This will be a
where
good
we
test
go,
for him too.
Where we go, okay.
How he handles this occasion. Tigers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Couple of good games is coming around.
It's good, man.
Warriors,
I'm
Dolphins.
more happy with his defence.
It's a good Friday.
He buys into it. He's bought in defensively.
Yep.
He's getting in the right position. He's putting his body in front. That's it.
Yep.
And he's got Presto there protecting him. He's got a pretty good edge there. So I like what I saw.
Well, this is the game that keeps on giving. The NRL is going to give this week. Can't wait to do a preview with you on Thursday. We've got some big games coming up.